Up, Knicks Nation? Welcome to the show. And as always, we got a whole lot to talk about. So, Jalen Brunson, Finals MVP, NBA Cup MVP, Eastern Conference Finals MVP in the 25-26 season. Do you guys add Jalen Brunson to Mount Rushmore? And who is on your New York Knicks Mount Rushmore? We will talk about that today. Finally, we get the details for the ticker tape parade as to what the hell is going on. So we're going to talk about that in a potential meetup spot. I have a sad story to report on. A father and son was attacked brutally in San Antonio after Game 5 of the Knicks winning the championship. Jaylen Brown, he had some things to say. He reacts to the New York Knicks championship. We will discuss whether or not it's hate or is it just real talk. And then James Dolan, owner Dolan, his speech was released that he gave to the team prior to the beginning of the game 1 of the NBA playoffs. Jalen Brunson, this is what we're going to talk about. This is the flagship topic today. Jalen Brunson's response to Victor Wembanyama and him pushing him to the ground viciously. We're also talking about Jalen Brunson's rebate. He has a rebate on the greatest sacrifice of $167 million. And the Giannis trade talks commence. How Boston is putting their card in the hat. And Mikal Bridges goes on interesting Instagram live, spilling all the goods. And we'll talk about some of those comments and what he said fueled Jalen Brunson. But listen, man, we got an action-packed show. So be prepared to check out this episode of the Blue and Orange Brunch Show. What's up, Knicks Nation? Welcome to the show. I am your host, Perron Pierre, the Objective Fan, and I'm straight out of Kings County, New York City's finest. Man, you know the vibes. Tell a friend that we live, man. Hey, welcome to the show, man. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. We are the champions. Salute to everybody in the chat. But look, before we begin the show, we do have to smash that like button. All right, so as you enter, we got to address the proper formality to smash that like button so we could help let the YouTube algorithm know that this is the place to be. And of course, if you're not subscribed, well over half of you guys who watched in the last 28 days are not subscribed, so subscribe now and help us close the gap. We're on the road to 10K subs, and we're almost there. But each time we reach new subscriber milestones, we have special giveaways, and the next is the 5K giveaway, where we will give away this rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. All you have to do is subscribe. No phone numbers, no emails, no janky websites. Subscribe now, and you will automatically enter in a chance to win this rookie Jalen Brunson trading card. All right, and we're on the way there soon, so you might as well get a part of the party. All you gotta do is subscribe to be a part of it automatically. What's going on, JJ? I see you in the building. Felix, what's good? Prince Charles, OKF Nation in full effect. Zach in the building as well. All right, my man Sean Can't Stop Key, what's good? Okay, Joseph in the house. All right, big time salute. All right, who else is up? Who we got up in here? All right, we got Knicks on NYC, OKF Nation. Cleo, what's up, Cleo? Hopefully everything is well. All right. Hey man, it's gonna be an action-packed week as we do have the parade this Thursday. Now we did get some details, and I'm gonna get to that in a second. Tonight, I'm not sure if I'm doing another show. If something crazy happens, I may do it. But all throughout this week, except Thursday, I'll be doing the Blue and Orange Brunch show. Okay. Thursday is going to be a crazy day for me because we got the parade in the morning time. But then I may have another show that I'm supposed to be doing that night. I'm going to see how I'm going to do it because, man, I'm going to be outside all day. And I'm not an all day outside type person. We'll see. And of course, the Blue and Orange Brunch will be back Friday as well. More than likely Saturday we'll do the NBA Saturdays. So these are the shows that'll be a main fixture for the off season. And in between then, we will have level-headed Knicks talk as well. I'm not going to do the MVP donuts today. I'll do it tomorrow. And I'm still doing the special giveaway for the MVP donors as well. I do appreciate you guys. Really quickly, you know what I'll do to start the show? We'll get into the parade stuff. Finally, I got an idea of how this parade is going to work. Now, I'm going to say this. I am not, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like how they're setting up the parade, but I understand exactly how it's going to work now. All right. So, let me go to research mode. Let me set this up really quickly on the back end. But yeah, it's very interesting how this will be done because, you know, you're going to have 4 million people. 4 million people with an M. All right. In that space on Broadway. Right? Heading from Battery Place all the way up to, you know, the mayor's office. So it's going to be an adventure. Hold on, let me put this on the screen so y'all can see. All right, bet I'm in research mode now. Now look. All right. Knicks ticker tape parade championship celebration. Everything you need to know. The full route schedule and the weather forecast. All right. So this is the same place, if you don't know, that they do all the parades. Yankees, Liberty, everybody, Giants. They all went through the same route and the same place. All right. Now, here is the route. All right. If y'all can see that. So it's going to start here. This is the Bowling Green area, Battery Place. Let me see if could I go full screen with this? Let me see. I can't, but it's still good. Yeah, y'all should be able to see it. Yeah. All right. So, all right, cool. So this is where it's going to start at. All right. And we all of us, we're going to be walking all the way up, stopping at the Canyon of Heroes. And then we're going to go here to City Hall. All right. Now, Mondani said it may well be the largest parade in New York City history. I mean, if y'all know that this is going to be the largest parade, why will we do it in the same space where smaller parades? I don't understand that part, but it is what it is. All right. Another cool detail about the first 2 Knicks championships, they never had a ticket day parade. So this will be the first parade in Knicks history. So this is a big event. A huge event, a massive event. All right. Now, here's the information on the parade. It's expected to get started at 10 o'clock. I'm telling you right now that if you would like to meet with me, I'm trying to get there at 7. 7 a.m. Yes, I said a.m. in the morning. Now, to a lot of y'all, that may not be nothing, but to me, I'm a vampire. All right. 7 a.m. is crazy. You know, it's man, I'm not an early riser. But the reason why I want to get there at 7 is because When you look at this part right here, we all are starting here. Everybody. All right? See that? So I don't want to be all the way in the back. So we got to get there early. So I'm thinking like, you know, the Bowling Green area, that's the best place to meet. On the what train is it? I think the 4 stops there. There's a whole bunch of trains that stops in the area. But the 4 train, you come right out right there. You'll be right here at the beginning. This is where the station is, literally right here, where the parade start is. All right? So that's where I want to be super early. All right? Super early. So between 7:30, we get there early, we laugh, we, you know, have fun. It's going to be packed. All right? And they're also recommending people get there as early as you can. If you get there at 10 o'clock, if you get there at 9 o'clock, good luck. All right? So they want us to get there early. The parade will begin around Battery Park. All right? And travel about a mile north on Broadway through the Canyon of Heroes before it reaches City Hall. So that's the same route that we just looked at. All right? Finding a spot along Broadway will give fans the best view of the parade. That's what they're saying. All right? The good news is it's not going to be hot, and I don't think it's going to rain in the morning time. It's going to rain later that day. So that, I mean, that's cool that we ain't going to be burning up. It ain't going to be a 90-degree day. So if you want to come out, we got to get there super early, y'all. Super early. Bowling Green, 7:30. You got to be there. Let me see what some of the comments say. Oh, I thought somebody said something about the train station. But it's going to be a lot of people there. Let me look into the chat to see what you guys think. What's that? I'm gonna tell you what Bowling Green Station is. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you exactly where Bowling Green Station is. I'm glad I looked in the live chat. Let me see if I can get this an NYC subway map so we can look at it together. I'm gonna give you this is the best place to go. I'm telling you right now, this is the best place to go. All right. Bam. So this is the subway map, right? Let me see if I can zoom in really quickly. Bam, 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 bam. So Bowling Green is right here on the 405 train. Do you see that? Where's Bowling Green? Bowling Green is on the 405 train. That's the stop. Takes you right there. Now, there's other trains. You could go to Broad Street on the JZ. You could go to the W. R at Whitehall, right? These all the one train to South Ferry, they'll all put you in the area. All right. Cleo, you're not going to be able to get in with a chair. You can't bring no chairs. None of that. Matter of fact, I got another website too that was better than this. Hold on. Let me put this other website up there too. Yeah, do not bring no chairs, though. They will turn you away. All right. This is not for the faint of heart. If you're going to be out there, you got to be prepared to stand. Hold on. Try to stagger spot near Bowling Green, intersections about Wall Street. Be prepared to stand your ground. All right. With thousands, try millions. This is what they say. Bring comfortable sneakers. You'll be standing for hours. So if you're not someone who could stand for hours, I don't know what to tell you. Bring your sunscreen. You got to bring water, all right, to stay hydrated. Bring your Knicks merch, of course. I'll probably be wearing the Captain 11. You feel me? And if you got towels, bring your towels. Bring all your stuff. Now, this is what you have to leave at home. Huge backpacks, coolers, folding chairs, all right, and alcohol. So, yeah, if you think you're going to get lit, I wouldn't recommend it. You might get arrested. NYPD security will be incredibly tight. And you don't want to get turned away at the barricades. All right? So that's why we got to meet up by 7 the latest, honestly. We should get there earlier. So if you are going to bring a bag, bring a small bag. Don't bring a big bag, bro. Don't bring your army knapsack. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, you don't want to get turned away or got to leave your stuff at the barricade. So I'm just giving you the information. I'm going to put this out as a clip too. So I could, because I feel like a lot of people don't know what the hell's going on. And honestly, I don't think they did a great job of preparing for this. I'm keeping it real. But at least I know now what the concept of the parade is. It starts at Battery Place, and then we're going to walk our way up. So the goal is to get a good spot. That's why you get there early. The later you get there, the further back you're going to be. You're going to be all the way back there. You might not see nobody. So that's why I want to meet up at Bowling Green by 7 o'clock. If you want to pop out, that's where I'm going to be at. Now, where at Bowling Green? I'm going to be near the train station entrance for a while, like by where the 4-5 train entrance is. I wish I could tell you the block, but hold on, let me see something. Give me 2 seconds. Come on, see if I could pull up the block of about a research mode. Big time salute to everybody who's watching. We talking about the parade right now. Is going down. And I'm going to try to give you, it's just hard to pick out a location over there because I don't know what the hell they're going to close off. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if they say, well, you can't go over here. So the best thing I could say is this. I'm going to go back to research mode. This is the map of the train station outside. All right. So this is outside the train station. The best thing I could say is where Battery Place and State Street meets. This intersection here. I'm going to try to be over. Now, hopefully I can get there. Like, see that part? Like, that's what making meeting up very difficult is you just don't know what the hell is going to be available. Now, I wanted to say meet here, but I don't want to walk away from here because I feel like right here is where you want to be. You feel what I'm saying? What I might have to do is I might have to communicate with you guys to the ones who's in the Discord and on the community section, like, hey, I'm over here at this time, but just be prepared to be in this area by 7 o'clock. Let me see if I could do a street view really quickly. I'm thinking this block is the best place to meet because this is where it's going to start at. See? And then we're going to walk all up here. This is where we're going to walk all up here. All right, you see this? This whole little stretch right here. Narrow ass block, bro. The avenues would have been way better. Way better, bro. But no, we got to do it with the heroes of the Canyon of Heroes. What is this right here? Is this like the control? Maybe we could meet here. What's this? The Battery Park Control House? Yeah, maybe we can meet there. But I don't know if this park area is going to be accessible like that, So, yeah, I'll be in this area over here, y'all. All right, this is Battery Place at Broadway if you coming out, 7 o'clock. Oh, wow. KP, you bugging. You need to be there minimum 4 a.m.? Damn. HRM, I am not going to be there at 4 a.m., my brother. Hell no. Not doing it. Not going to be there at 4 a.m. I will be there at 7. Now, if I can't get there, right, at 7, which I don't see how I wouldn't be able to, even like if like the nutcases like my man over there is waiting at 4. But I don't know. I didn't hear nothing about camping out. So, like you had to camp out to make it there. I don't think it's gonna be that serious because I don't see millions of people camping out. You know, I just know that you want to get there before 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, because that's where the masses of New Yorkers are gonna be there. Even if we say, yo, let's push it to 6. I mean, I don't really see the biggest difference. Four or 5, okay. I don't know about that, y'all. JJ says 7 too late. I don't know, man. I'm trying to form the meetup, y'all. But how do we know it's too late? I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I'm just, you know, I'm communicating right now. I don't know how to do the meetup, y'all. I don't know how to do the meetup because, like, at least if it was like on an avenue up top, because I don't think, look, let me show you something. I don't think you're gonna be able to enter from these streets here, like these little side streets. I don't think you're gonna be able to cut in through this little cut right here. Boom. I used to work over here back in the days. I used to work over here. I used to work over here. So I know this whole area very well. I used to work over here on Water Street. And I don't know if all of these blocks you're going to be able to just walk and cut through to get over here. Because that's what I would have did. I would have said, yo, we could meet right here and then walk over there. But I don't think that that's a smart idea. I think everyone is going to be camping out over here. You know? So, yeah. I don't know. Okay. I think 7 o'clock is a good time to come. I'm just telling you what my plans to do. If you just joined the show, smash the like button. We talking about this whole parade, you know, just letting you guys know what to expect. Don't go out there with no chairs. Keep whatever you go out there with, keep it light because the security is tight. And I think you have to enter on Battery Place. There's no other way to get into the parade. They're going to lock down every street. So we all got to go in through one way, which is crazy. But I don't know. The earliest I might could get there is probably like at 6:30, maybe. But yeah, I'm not getting there earlier than that. Maybe I might could do 6 too. I might could do 6 o'clock. But I'm not even 100 on that. Smash that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. All right. It's going down Thursday, the biggest parade ever in New York. Also, I feel it's also going to be the most chaotic parade ever in New York. I'm trying to see what time. I think the earliest train leaves out for me is like at 5 o'clock. So I don't even think I could even get out there even earlier than that. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. But hold on. Let me shift gears. So I want to talk about a couple of things today, you know, and then I sprinkle in some calls, topics and sprinkle in some calls. I want to know what is your Knicks Mount Rushmore, right? I want to know what that is. Who do you have on the list? Where do they stand? Is Jalen Brunson a guarantee to be on the Knicks Mount Rushmore? I don't know. You know, you guys let me know what you think about that. Talked about the parade. Oh, yeah, I got to talk about this serious topic right here, man. Prayers up for this father and son who got caught in San Antonio by some wild ass. I mean, you know, San Antonio fans, like, what, you know, I dropped a story on the channel the other day. One of our people who subscribed to the channel, sorry about that. His name is Bugger. He talked about an experience that he had in San Antonio where he saw Spurs fans riding around with weapons, throwing ice, eggs, all types of stuff at people. and how he had to defend himself and get out of there. It was a very, very serious situation that took place in San Antonio after the win. But this story right here it really touched me. It broke my heart. Knick fan says father was lying in the pool of his own blood after assault of Riverwalk Hotel. Insane. New Yorker says he feared that his father may die after being attacked by a group of people outside of downtown San Antonio hotel following the Game 5 championship win by the New York Knicks. The son asked to not be identified because the alleged attackers have not been arrested, he said. And his father had traveled to San Antonio to watch the Knicks win the championship, a lifelong dream of the fans. So imagine you going to watch the Knicks win the championship, and then you get brutally attacked. Honestly, I wasn't even sure if I was going to hold my dad as he died. That's crazy. According to the victim, he and his father had just gotten out of an Uber, so they had door-to-door service. Well, supposedly door-to-door service. And they were walking toward Hotel Valencia on the Riverwalk when several people approached him. He said the people repeatedly yelled, "F the Knicks." The son said the group pushed them to the ground and punched them and then stomped on them before fleeing. There were other people who came and surrounded us in the meantime, also trying to get in and hit us more. But at that point, I noticed my dad was lying in the pool of his own blood. That's some sinister stuff right there. The victim said at least one Spurs fan attempted to intervene to defend him during the attack. The son suffered bruises, but the father's injuries were more severe. First off, to the Spurs fan that tried to intervene, what the hell were you doing there? Like, what were you doing there by the hotel? Was this Spurs fan a guest too? Or you had a change of heart? I'm glad that he intervened, but at the same time, I mean, what, it just so happened to be a Spurs fan at the hotel, just happened to be there? He wasn't with the attackers? Crazy stuff. Son suffered some bruises, but the father's injuries were more severe. According to the family, the 62-year-old man, he's 62 years old, suffered a brain bleed, extensive facial bruising, a separated shoulder, and a torn shoulder ligament. That's some savage stuff right there. The father has since been released from the hospital, but remains in significant pain as he continues recovering, thank God. And images taken from video circling online suggest the father and son were not the only Knicks fans involved in altercations following the championship game. Several videos posted on social media appear to show confrontations involving fans wearing Knick gear in downtown San Antonio. One of the best days of my life immediately turned into one of the worst and scariest. All of this because you want to go travel to see your team, and now some vicious fans who are disgruntled, or not even just that, who are out of their goddamn minds, decide that we're going to target Knicks fans going to their hotels. This is insane. Yes, in New York, we've seen Spurs fans get their jersey taken off and all, but I haven't heard people being stalked at their hotels. Like this is a whole nother level right here. And to all of the people, the Knicks fans that struggle with their safety in San Antonio, I just want to say, God bless you, and I'm grateful that you guys have made it home. Because I don't think I heard any fatal stories, but there's been reports of these sort of incidents with these San Antonio fans, man. I don't want to ever hear people talk about New York fans wilding out. They're in every city. They're in every town. I'm gonna keep it pushing. So yeah, that kind of broke my heart a little bit, because I'm like, damn, bro, you just there with your son, and man, it's just crazy to me. salute to everybody. If you just joined the show, we're talking about Jalen Brunson. He finally reacts to when Wemby shoved him down. I'm gonna get to that in a second. Damn, so many good topics, man. I'm gonna talk about Jalen. I'm gonna warm up the Jalen Brunson topic because he's the center of a lot of what we're gonna be talking about today. But I do want to talk about Jalen Brunson and the pay cut, the greatest sacrifice in NBA history. Why there may be a rebate on that pay cut. And what do I mean by a rebate on the pay cut? I'm gonna take you to what Daily Knicks mentioned the other day. Jalen Brunson's Finals MVP, all right, sets guard up to $76 million for rebate on pay cut. We all know that Jalen Brunson won the championship and was Finals MVP. Salute to Jalen Brunson. So Jalen Brunson's pay cut is the reason why we're here. If Jalen Brunson did not take a pay cut, we more than likely would have been a second apron team, if not 2 years ago, definitely last season for sure. 100,000%. And the reason why that is because if you look at the salary that he passed up, some people say it was an additional some people say that it was 116 million or 13 million. I say it was 167 because he was an all NBA teamer. And so he would have been eligible for the super max. So if you just divide that up by years, you could do the 4 or 5 years. What was it? It was 4 years, right? No, it was 5 years. 5 years. I think it was 275 years. Anyway, nonetheless, if you divide that up, or 315, no matter how you want to do it, and then you minus the years from the actual salary he got, you're talking at least $20 to $27 million a year they saved. $20 to $27 million. So all you have to do is just add that number to the salary. You would have been a second apron team. Once you become the second apron team, now you can't do the Mikal Bridges trade. Now you can't do the Towns trade. It directly impacts the championship run. So to all the people that's like, well, we don't have to pay Brunson his money. Without him taking the sacrifice, he doesn't get paid. I mean, you don't win the championship, sorry. So now my question is, when does he get paid? We're going to talk about Dolan's speech in a second, or later in the show, rather. But, the way Dolan, from that speech, the passion that he had in the speech, I felt like there was some genuine concern there. The players, they applauded the speech after he was done. I don't think no one would boo their boss. So I'm not saying that that of course the players are going to put on a good show for the boss, but at the same time, I don't think that. I think that the whole vibe of the speech, I felt it was genuine. He talked to them like he was the coach of the team. He didn't talk like somebody who was so far away from the players. And I think Dolan is so happy with that championship that whatever Brunson wants, he's going to get. If it's 80 million, it'll be 80 million. Maybe Mr. Miyagi Brunson says, I don't need the 80. I'll take 65. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. But I do know that by signing his 4-year contract extension a year early, right, it was 4 years, he effectively passed up on the $113 million in additional salary he could have brought in had he waited until the next season. The extra room underneath the salary cap's apron proved crucial to his front office ability, surrounding him with good enough supporting cast. All right. The final year of Brunson deal includes a player option, meaning that the guard can opt out and ink another deal in 2028. New York saved over $12.3 million per season on the first 3 seasons. I mean, that's if you counting it at the $100 million mark, that, the 113. I'm going beyond that. I'm saying whatever. It doesn't make a difference. It is what it is. Even if it was 13 million, you still be a secondary team. All right, cool. New York saved over 12.3 million per season on the first 3 year of Captain's deal, though, which can add up to a gigantic $37 million surrendered in the name of winning. But if he opts out after the 27-28 campaign, he'll be more than deserving of the rebate he gets in form of the Knicks' next contract. So he actually, because of the way the contract is structured, he loses the last year of the sacrifice deal. And that rebate can be up to $78 million, because that's what the new deal would start out if he gets the max. That's why we use 78. Anyway, fans will tell Brunson to turn down the $43 million play option in a heartbeat. That's already turned down. That's turned down. There's no way he accepts that. All right? After Walt, Clyde Frazier, Patrick Ewing, and who Rick Brunson declared after the Knicks championship still belonged above his son in the hypothetical mountain, which is the Knicks Mount Rushmore. That's why I wanted you guys to tell me who you thought. It's hard to argue that any all-time Knicks belongs above Brunson. We know that. I mean, he's definitely on the list. We all love Clyde. We all love Willis Reed. We all love Ewing. I'm curious to know who you guys would pick to be on that list, but it is what it is. Ooh, I forgot to add something to the docket. I want to talk about this too. Coach Tibbs responds. Damn, Coach Tibbs, he reacts to the Knicks championship. I want to talk about that. Keep forgetting to. I'm gonna try to add that to the bill later. Anyway, but there it goes. The guard will have a chance to recuperate the $76 million, right? After sacrificing the 100, they say 13, I say $167 million, because he would have been eligible for Supermax. All right. But what do you think about that for Brunson? I mean, are you going to pay him the bag? Does he deserve to get the $80 million? I'm curious to know what you guys think. And right now, all of this stuff is important because we are trying to repeat now. Now, yes, we won the championship. We're all excited. We're all going to the parade. Whoop-de-doo. But now, do you want to come back and have another parade? And there you go. And so, this is why all of this stuff is important. And this is why we're discussing it. The last point, now I'm going to get to the phone lines. All right. I'm going to talk about Jalen Brunson's response. So there's 2 responses from Jalen Brunson. And one is the Mr. Miyagi style. The other is the style that I like. Brash, short-winded, not a lot to it, but just a simple rally cry that I think all of Knicks Nation would love to hear and appreciate. I'm gonna start off with the PG-13 one before we get to the other one. So, Jalen Brunson, he is someone who is one of the better players in the NBA. Honestly, if you don't have a title, you're not a champion. I don't think you're better than Jalen Brunson. You can say that sounds too crazy. Oh, what are you doing? You just a Knicks fan. You fanning out? Well, call me a goddamn fan. I am a fan. I never said that I wasn't. We all a fan. Everybody's a fan of something. And so, bam, let me jump right back up in here, right? Unless you're a player actively. But even players are fans. Jalen Brunson, how I resisted retaliating after the Wemby show. Now, these guys did so much media yesterday. I mean, the casual of the casual TV, the blow your stardom up. Oh, salute to OG Anunoby. I forgot to salute him early. He got some new sneakers. He got a new signature shoe with Skechers. Let me know how you feel about those shoes. Would you go out and cop them? Did you already cop them? I don't know. Let me know. But you know, everybody's trying to elevate their platform and their brand right now. But Jalen Brunson, you know, he was on The View, okay? And host Whoopi Goldberg asked Brunson the realest question out of all of them. I'm gonna keep it real. The realest question out of all the questions he got from casual. Now, the Tonight Show was cool because, you know, he's a little bit more into basketball. Like, so he's not a super casual like the rest of them. They don't know nothing about basketball. I swear to God, the worst thing I hate to watch is casuals talk about sports. It automatically turns. It's just, I'd rather be doing something else. But unfortunately, because, you know, I got to keep up with the Knicks, I had to listen to all of this stuff. But so Whoopi Goldberg asked Jalen Brunson how he resisted retaliating against Wemby after he was shoved to the ground. Now, Brunson did technically retaliate. It just wasn't like a punch. It wasn't with physicality. He pointed at Wemby and said, "Yo, you do that again, dog, I'm gonna knock you clean out." He said something to Wemby. I don't know what he said, but he did say something to him. It wasn't like Wemby got up and Brunson got up. It was just acting all regular. No, he said something to Wemby and he pointed towards him. But anyway, but I love the response still, nonetheless. I think it starts honestly with my parents and how they raised me. I'll start there. Salute to Jalen Brunson and Rick Brunson and Sandra Brunson for raising Jalen Brunson up to be Mr. Miyagi. He's a very special guy, man. Very special guy. The way he won the championship, the discipline, like he doesn't have the height. He doesn't have the super duper speed, even though I think he is fast. I would say that Jalen Brunson's among the faster guards in the league. He's not slow at all. Good luck staying in front of him too, but he may not be the most athletic guard, but his work ethic, his mentality as a silent assassin from a standpoint of, he's not like Kobe where he's just going to be brag, but he'll talk. No, see, hold on. Jalen Brunson will talk to you, dog. He talks to people, dog. He definitely will talk to you, but he's not a bully. He's not someone that is going to come for you outright. Like, he's not going to be the one to instigate, but he will respond. And I think that his style of leadership and the way he carries himself is the reason why he's a champion. He's just a champion. He won at all levels. And guess what? And I keep saying this, Jalen Brunson's going to get a gold medal. He will be on that 2018. Because you know why? They're going to say, well, we're going to need the veteran leadership. You're going to need somebody who's a clutch, right? Because Steph ain't going to be there. So we're going to need somebody to replace what Steph brings to the table. And that's what Brunson will do. Now, will you start Brunson? Hell yeah. Who you starting over Jalen Brunson? Just put the defensive guards around him. But Jalen Brunson will start on that Olympic team. You know, whether you have Cade there too, you could put Cade and Brunson together. That'd be a hell of a backcourt. Cade could play the defense, bring up the ball. You could put Brunson off the ball, let Brunson go to work. You know, and I think Brunson will be one of the pillars on the next Olympic team for sure. So yeah, I know he didn't get the invite, but they're gonna get that right. They're gonna get that right. Watch. Nonetheless, I wanted to retaliate, but at the same time, I knew that being a leader, understanding the moment, understanding the situation, that you have to keep your composure no matter when it's being too high or being too low. You got to stay even kill. That's something that I had for a long time. Salute to Jalen Brunson. You know, just a man of class and integrity. Beautiful response on national TV. That's the casual dream right there. That's what you know what you could call Jalen Brunson, the casual dream, because all the casuals are gonna love him. He's small. He looks like a regular sized human when he walks in the room. You know, he's not like a super big athletic guy. Very relatable. Good guy, has a good sense of humor. I think that this will go a long way. But that's the first response to Wemby. Okay. It's not the only response that he had to Wemby. I'm not sure how many of you guys are familiar with this, but the Knicks, they had a party like they do every year. I think every team, or if not every team, a lot of teams party for the last time. You know, it's like a culmination of the year. You feel me? And yeah, you know, hold on. Let me really quickly. I just checked something out. Are y'all good in the chat? Who we got to get out of here? Hold up. Let me get him out of here. Tugboat, where you at, Tugboat? Let me see. What did he say, though? What did he say? We getting him out of here? All right, somebody got him. HM, all right, cool. I just happened to take a peek in the chat at the right time. Yeah, listen, if they being disrespectful, get him out of here. But if he's just talking his basketball talk, don't get him out of here for that. You know, but because I didn't see nothing in the messages. But if he's out of line, we're not going for nothing out of line. We're not going for it. But if he's being disrespectful, calling people out of their names, then yeah, he got to go. He got to go. So salute to you, HRM. I know HRM definitely going to hold it down, for sure. We ain't worried. All right, bet. Let me get out of there. Get back to where I'm at. All right, cool. So look. So they always have a party. They did this last year. You know, they did it again this year. And I'm trying to get the what the hell is it? Oh yeah, right here. Bam. All right, cool. So they did this last year. And they have an inside party, private party at the Manhattan nightclub celebrating the champions, goddammit. Now, last year when they did this, I was very critical. I said, how the hell y'all celebrating after y'all got cooked by the Indiana Pacers? Someone said that there was a sign in the party. Now, I'm not sure how true this is. But someone said that there was a sign in the party that said New York Knicks 25-26 champions. That's fire. I ain't gonna lie. If that's true, that's a fire story. So everybody was there, you know what I'm saying? The entire team, even the bench guys, even two-way guys, they all were there. I would show y'all the pictures, but I'm not. You want to check it out, you know, you can. I mean, but there was a party. Everybody had a good time. A Boogie with the hoodie was there. It was lit. You know, the wives were there too. So, you know, nothing crazy out of the ordinary. You feel me? And they had a good time. However, they went to do a toast. And let me see if I could get this on the screen to show y'all. They went to go do a toast, right? And guess what they said at the toast? Let me see if I could just at least show y'all the footage. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I'm not going to play the audio. I would, but I just don't want to play around today. But I'm going to at least show y'all. I can show y'all the footage, though. I could definitely show you the footage. So, as soon as this loads up, I got it. So, look. So, let me maximize this so we could look at this together. Now, at first, I didn't think this was real because this is not like the captain. It's not like the captain. So, at this party, this is footage from the party. So, Jalen Brunson, he leads the toast. Right? Now, it's hard to hear what Brunson says, but everybody else around him was saying it. The toast was F. Wemby. Jalen Brunson led the toast. F. Wemby. Okay? F Wemby. I was surprised. I'm not going to lie. And then everybody else said F Wemby. But it's not really clear. Like, if you listen to the audio, it's not really clear. Like you don't hear it clearly. Like, it's him who, like, he says something. It sounds like F Wemby, but I'm not sure if he said F Wemby. It sounds like he did, though. Let me see if y'all know what I'm talking about in the chat. Hold up. Let me go to the live chat really quickly to see if y'all can confirm or deny what I'm saying. Let me see. Nah, JJ, Rock Roll gotta go. If JJ, if he's being disrespectful, he gotta go. You feel me? But did y'all hear about that? Jalen Brunson was saying F Wemby. Did y'all hear about that? My bad. Didn't mean to do that. My bad. So Jalen Brunson gives his response to Wemby. I don't think they like each other, y'all. And also, Wemby leaves the floor, doesn't say nothing to nobody. See, I said this going into the playoffs. Forget the game. The playoffs. Wemby is a glorified silver medalist. He's a crybaby. He's not destined to win. He has to overcome. Hold on, baby. Hold on, J-Tap. Hold on, J-Tap. You said he didn't say anything disrespectful? Hey, if they not saying nothing disrespectful, we can't just get them out of here because they want to talk they Spurs talk. But if they're being disrespectful, get them out of there. But if they talking that Spurs talk or whatever, you got to let them talk they Spurs talk. You know, that's not a reason to block nobody. We need more trolls in here, but only the respectful troll. Yeah, as long as they're not dissing nobody, it is what it is. Okay, you say you put the video in the chat? Okay, cool. Anyway, let me get out of the live chat business, you know. Get out of the live chat business. But the bottom line is, he said F Wemby. Call up 646-995-8389. Your opinion. Oh, damn. 646-995-8389. What do you think about Jalen Brunson's response to Wemby? All right. F Wemby. F Wemby. I think that's going to be the new phrase. Just because Brunson said it. But he also talked about his poise on the floor, even though he did point in the man's face. And I don't think that he took it laying down. I wouldn't say Brunson took it laying down, but of course, he's not going to respond and punch him in the mouth. I mean, that'll get you suspended, you know? But it is what it is. 646-995-8389. Call up. Voice your opinion. In the event you can't call up, but you still want to participate, you can send in a donation, and I will definitely respond to your message in place of a call. You feel me? So if you can't call up, you could always do that. What else? Why I didn't hear that? Just making sure my audio is good. Yeah, I can hear that. Okay, cool. Also, if you're new to the show as well, really quickly, these are the rules. Everybody gets 3 minutes. All right, you hear the horn go off at the end. That means your time is up. We do have the callback option available by sending in a donation as well. It's up to you. You can request for others to call and for others to call back. All up to you. And if the fans on the other team gets on your nerves, you could also donate to hang up on them as well. That's all your options. You decide how you want to handle that. All right. 646-995-8389. I do got some calls. Let's see who's in the building. Let me just close this out. Got too many damn windows open. And if you want to know, once again, we're talking about the parade. Will you be there? Father and son attacked in San Antonio. All right. Jalen Brunson's response to Wemby. Who is your Knicks Mount Rushmore? And Jalen Brunson better be on there. I didn't get a chance to talk about Coach Tibbs. I'm going to talk about that in a second because I want to talk about Tibbs for sure. 646-995-8389. I got a couple of people who called. See if I get my man JJ in the building. Wow. All right. Smash that like button if you didn't smash that like button.
Yo.
What's good, JJ? How you feeling,
Hello?
family?
Yo, what up,
What's
Karan?
going
What's
on?
good, brother?
Nothing much, man. Just talking about these Knicks, man.
Yeah, man.
What's
Yeah,
your thoughts
man.
on Jalen Brunson's response? Where you want to go?
Just as a whole, I haven't spoken to you since we won the chip, man. Nothing could take me
that's
off
fire.
this high, yo. Like, it's
Yeah.
food tastes better, the women look hotter, the air smells fresher. Like, it's the first chip I've ever seen from any of my teams. So I screamed, I cried, ain't gonna lie. I cried, you know what I'm saying? It was it was
We all
just
did.
yeah, it was just incredible, man. Brunson, you've reached legendary status. You've reached the pinnacle. You're a god in New York for life. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a fact.
And not just him. I mean, the coaches, the roster, Dolan even. Listen, one guy I gotta give credit to is Mitchell Robinson, real quick. You remember that clip of Josh Hart talking to Mitch when he was mic'd up about rebounds? Remember what he said to Mitch, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, you get regular rebounds, and I get rebounds that break teams. Well, Mitch got the rebound that broke a team off of Josh Hart missed free throw, of all things. So shout out to Mitch, the biggest rebound he's ever going to get. We're up 3, So and then he gets that rebound, then we make it a 2-score game. Right over Wemby. So who's in whose head, by the way, Wemby? Right? So, you trolled yourself. You wasn't doing nothing, man. You're in your own head out there, man. You're a baby. You're a punk. You're a sore loser. You don't want to shake hands. You're soft. You ain't built for this. You're an alien. Aliens don't shoot 7 for 20 at home in an elimination game. Nah, you're not ready. Your best player was Harper. They wouldn't have been in those games if it was for him. You wasn't doing nothing out there, Wemby.
Good point.
Dylan Harper is him. Shout out to Dylan Harper. He's a baller, man. Even though he did choke at the end, he choked on that layup because he didn't miss a layup all damn series. Then he missed the 2 free throws. He choked late, but he's young.
Yeah.
Nah, he's special. I'll give him his due. But Wemby, I thought Halliburton was my most hated player. Nah, Wemby's past him. Yeah,
Wemby's the number 1 villain now?
To me, it's Wemby. It's Wemby now. I think he's weak.
Do you think the rest of the fans?
Weak.
Do you think the rest of the fans will agree now that Brunson said F Wemby?
Oh yeah, Knicks fans. Yeah. He's hated by Knicks fans. His antics are weak. You know what I'm saying? He showed himself. He showed what he is. This is the time of our lives, man. So let's all enjoy it, man. And real quick, Michelle Beadle, you're lame. You see, you got to put her on the grill. Her comments are crazy out of line, yo.
A lot of people say a lot of crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, you've seen the show, right? The show, I forget what it's called.
I don't watch the show. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't watch the show. Yeah,
I just like all the haters, man. You guys just sound silly. You sound mad. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can enjoy this parade.
Quick question. Yeah, are you going to the parade?
Nah, man. I couldn't get off work, bro. I tried, man. Yeah, damn.
You were saying you got to get down there at 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think so. That's what I think. I know my boys
been to
going
other parades?
Yeah, I've been. Yeah.
So with those other parades, that's the time you had to get there for?
I went to a Giants parade. I'm not a Giant fan, but my older brother wanted me to go with him. He's a Giants fan. I was like, F it. I don't hate the Giants, I mean, know. So yeah, we went there we went at 5. But this is gonna be bigger. This is the Knicks, man. This ain't baseball, you got Yankees fans, you got a lot of Mets fans, you got Giants, Jets. This is different. This is the
So
New
wait,
York
hold on.
Knicks, man.
When you went there at 5, the
Yeah.
goal is to follow the how does it work? Like when you got there at 5, you waited till 10, and then what happens at 10?
Yeah, well, there were a lot of people there early too with us. It wasn't just us, like.
No, I understand. I just want to know what happened.
Yeah.
Like, so you waited till 10 o'clock, and then what happens? You met at Bowling Green area?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And then
It
at
was
10
so
o'clock,
long.
y'all
It was
all
so
woke
long
up?
ago. It was so long
you don't
ago
remember?
too. It's honestly, it was so long ago. It's honestly like hard to remember all of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
but
Yeah,
I'm
I'm just
just
trying to figure
guessing.
out. Yeah.
And like it's the Knicks, man. This is gonna be the biggest parade that New York has seen, man. I think that's just what I'm going off of, just what I feel. Maybe I'm wrong, you know what I'm saying? I could be
No, I
wrong.
think you're gonna be right. But I just
Yeah.
try to figure out what's the best course of action. And then where do you use the bathroom at? Like that's just I don't know, man. This is
Wear a
wild,
diaper.
bro. Damn, wear a diaper. That's not good, bro.
Yeah, man,
Damn.
it's good, yo. It's good. Yeah, I wish I could be there, man. I'm tight, but yeah, damn. One time I
man.
regret having a job,
Yeah, I know. No, it's all good. It's all good. You got to get the money, man. But I appreciate you,
man,
though,
go
JJ.
enjoy it, man. Yeah, go
Yeah,
have
I'm
a
gonna be
ball,
there.
man.
I'm just trying to figure out because I wanted to meet up with everybody. I might have to just do my own thing because I don't really know how we're gonna meet.
Right. It's gonna be so crazy. It's gonna be hard to find people, man. It's gonna, dude. I'm telling you,
It's gonna be hard to
wild.
find.
It's gonna be wild out there, man. Yeah.
All right, my brother.
Yeah. All right, brother. Enjoy it, man. All right. Let's go Knicks, baby. We did it, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, man. Appreciate
It's my man JJ. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's the best course of action. I was trying to set up a meetup. I don't think it's gonna be realistic. Salute to my man J Ty. He says he was just a hurt Spurs fan, just venting. Well, yeah, I mean, y'all gotta deal with that, man. This is New York City, dog. Like, people, they gonna be coming for you. Like, if they're not being, I'm saying, like, when they want to start calling people out their name and stuff like that, but if they want to talk about their team, I mean, this is what we want. I want them to call up. They just don't got no heart to call up. But, hey, it is what it is. Let me keep it pushing. Keep it pushing quickly. Hold on. Get my man D from LA in the building. Continue to smash that like button. What's good, D?
Tyrese Halliburton is not the biggest villain for the Knicks anymore because he's not a champion.
Let's go.
And he's not. I mean, that was cool back then when we were in the East, blase blah. But now we move past that. We're gonna focus on the dudes who could most likely get to the finals. Yeah, we'll do the Wemby stuff. And to the previous caller's point, Wemby just went straight tacky these playoffs. And I don't even want to just say it's just Wemby because every single game that was played in San Antonio, they started with that stupid song, which I don't know who is now in charge of the Spurs. Greg Popovich would never, ever. So I don't know who's the advisor now to be playing clown music for the Knicks, and you lost every game. You didn't learn after the first two. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not just Wemby. It's like the Spurs culture is low-key kind of, I don't know what's going on. We've always respected the Spurs. Something's changed over there. I don't know what it is, but
do they have a Spurs culture or was it just Tim Duncan? Anybody can have a culture with Tim Duncan.
Right. Maybe it was Greg Popovich got the credit, but I don't know. He's still around somewhere.
It's just like Heat culture. What the hell is Heat culture, dog? You had LeBron James and D Wade and Shaq.
Yeah, we don't acknowledge that anymore. I was actually watching a video about that this morning with the whole Giannis talk, whatever. But yeah, it's Knicks culture now. We're the champs.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying? And the parade, I cannot go to the parade. I'm in Phoenix right now, but flying out of Phoenix or LA is about almost 1,500. And either way, I'm working nonetheless, just like the last caller said. But I do think though, because my fiance has gone to 2 Dodger parades of recent in a more spacious LA. I don't know where you want to be because you're probably gonna have to pick a specific spot and stay there, and then maybe walk a little bit with if you can get any space to walk with, the buses. But depending on where you want to be, if you want to be really close, 7 o'clock might be 24 hours too late. Considering this is 53 years, bro, I ain't even gonna lie to you. It might be. It's gonna be insane. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be insane, and that's New York, where everything is tight. You know what I mean? There's gonna be people camping out. You know, and I've seen the path. It looks like there's a specific family section, and then obviously where the parade is gonna end. 7 o'clock, you're not even getting anywhere close to that. 53 years, bro. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
The way the area is set up, like I know they're gonna have those side streets cut off. Right. So it's not like you could even come in through the other blocks. So that way everyone doesn't have to come through one area. But
I do think what y'all should do is maybe pick either a meetup spot if you get there in time, or like afterwards, an afterwards meetup spot. That way,
that's what I was thinking. But
yeah,
the problem is the cops shut down blocks. It's not like it's open and you could walk anywhere. They shut it down. So like there's a certain way you can go. So if you say, yeah, we're gonna meet here, that block might be closed off. So that's the challenge.
And you also got to consider it is still the World Cup. You know what I'm saying? That's still going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, though, quick thing. I'm gonna cut it off. We were having a conversation in the chat with Kat and all that stuff, and myself, J-Tap, and a couple people were talking about Kat. I don't want Kat gone. That's not the point. I love Kat. Kat is amazing. I do have to point out, though, Jalen Brunson did save this man's legacy for those last 2 games specifically, because they said we have to look at Kat as the whole playoffs and not just those 2 bad games. That is still the point about Karl Anthony Towns, though. Those last 2 games prove the worry about Karl Anthony Towns at $60 million. And am I correct when I say he's possibly going to be looking for or eligible for $270 million in his extension?
Say it again?
270? Am I correct when I say he's eligible for $270 million?
I'm not 100 on that. I didn't really look into his max yet, but it could be more. Remember, he's super max eligible. So whatever the super max is, he can get it.
Yeah.
So that's 3 something. Then he's getting 3 something.
J-Tap, you my dog, you my guy, y'all all my guy. But I'm gonna get off the phone. But we're gonna have that Cat talk, and I'm gonna leave a comment. I'm gonna pay a comment that you could bring up just to see your perspective on this Cat topic. I'm gonna holler at you though.
All right, thank you.
Stay up, no doubt.
All right. Let me see. I'm looking in the chat. Yeah, but hold on. If you camp out overnight, where do you use the bathroom, dog? Like, where do you get food? I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Because if we all got to go through battery place, bro, that's going to be crazy, bro. Like those streets are so small. I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. I guess we're just not going to meet up, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know how else to do it. Because it's not like we had a parade before with the magnitude and size of this parade. What's good, Tugboat? Not much, man. Just scratching my head with this parade, man. I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie, yo, No Strays put out a good one. He said, he's dying laughing watching Knicks fans trying to figure out how the parade works. I'm like, you got a point. You got a point.
But I mean, we had a parade in the city.
What, for the Liberty? That big parade? Yeah, that was huge.
So it's not gonna be as big as ours, but I'm just saying,
there was nobody there at that parade. I see the video because I was trying to look at the route.
Mm-hmm.
There was nobody there for that Liberty parade. This is gonna be crazy. I'm still trying to figure out how to get me and my boy up there.
Man.
I mean, from what it sounds like, honestly though, The meetup might be dead, man, because I just hate to put you in a predicament where you may be waiting on somebody, or somebody's like trying to figure out the logistics of things, and then next thing you know, it's 7:15, and those 15 minutes, a lot has changed. 3,000 more people have
Yes.
came out.
Right. Yeah, I think the meetup might be dead anyway, because I salute the Mellow Mike. We might got the inside connect on some things. You feel me? So
Okay.
if that comes through,
Yeah, you got to do what you got to
hey,
do.
but yeah, but that's all.
Just,
We
just
still waiting.
freeze up this time. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't freeze up.
Nah, I ain't gonna freeze. Oh, you heard the story? Yeah. Nah, it's not even gonna be like that because they
Okay.
gonna be on floats. So I will be wearing the Captain 11 shirt though for sure. But
Okay.
I don't think I'm gonna get the same opportunity. That's not a once in a lifetime, but that's like you don't know when he's gonna be at another event like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you just got to get to the next event.
Yeah.
And yeah. So
now he's the king. And so yeah, it is going back to your topic, it is F Wemby. It's always been F Wemby. But we knew that though. We knew that when he threw that ball in there. Granted, that wasn't JB's, 60-point ball because we lost that game. I'm sure Jalen Brunson didn't want that game, but it's the intention behind that. And that's ever since that moment, it's kind of been F Wemby.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So
That's
I'm
a good
glad
point.
JB said it.
Yeah, I mean, I think now that JB said it, everybody's gonna be like F Wemby. He's the captain.
He's a captain, man. And he's a captain that led us to shore. We've been out in them waters wandering forever. Looking at mirages and oasis. Lost at sea.
Yeah. You mad young, so I want to know what your Knicks Mount Rushmore look like.
Yeah, it's the cliche Mount Rushmore. I mean, it's cliche. I
guys you never seen before?
Huh?
With guys you never seen before?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
okay.
That's just history. I mean, I ain't never seen JFK. He's a great president. You know what I mean? I ain't never seen Theodore Roosevelt. He's a great president. I can't take away history just because I wasn't there to witness it. I think that's a little selfish. Now, is JB the best player I've seen since my days of watching the Knicks? I was born in '92. Yes, but
wow, better than Ewing.
But that's what I'm saying. For me, because I'm still a puppy. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm still a puppy with Ewing. So did I watch it, and have I watched it? Yes, but I wasn't fully immersed in basketball like I am now. Like I've been for the last 15 years. I wasn't immersed in basketball like that. So yeah, but as far as the Mount Rushmore, like I said at first I had Clyde, but Clyde said it's Willis Reed. Willis Reed said it's Pat. Pat says it's Pat. And then we just saw the Brunsons, both of them said it's Pat. So it's got to be Pat. If they're saying it, I'm gonna trust their opinion. If they're saying Pat's number one, I gotta say Pat's number one because I respect their opinion more than my own. As far as when it comes to the game and Knicks, because they lived through it, they played it, they've been in the organization.
It's hard for me to, as great as Pat was, it's hard for me to put him above Willis Reed when he's the only MVP in the franchise.
It's hard for me because he ain't got no ring. But it's like, all right, you played against Jordan. That's your caveat. That's your asterisk. But yeah, like you said, no MVP.
But they gonna say they played against Wilt. They gonna say, well, we played against Wilt. That's what they gonna hit you with.
No, that's not what they hit us with. What they hit us with is Pat is the one. Willis Reed said Pat is the one. Clyde said Willis Reed is the one.
It's hard to argue against Pat because he's the most longest tenured. He got all the records before Brunson. So,
Well, and now technically he does have a ring.
Technically, but it ain't this. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. It sounds crazy to say Brunson's ahead of Ewing for me.
Yeah, I can't do it, man.
Even though it's not technically, if you just look at the accomplishment of championship, but what Ewing was able to do, he went to 2 finals, dog.
Right.
2.
And can we separate the greatest from your favorite? Because my favorite Knick of all time is Jalen Brunson. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
Knick.
that's two separate things. That's two separate things.
But the greatest Knick, yeah, it's the OGs. It's I got Brunson fourth in the greatest. I got Pat, Clyde, Willis, and Brunson, and Clyde and Reed. They can change it interchangeable. I mean, interchangeable. They tied for second, honestly.
Is that the standard Mount Rushmore though? You think that that's the Knicks standard? Is because I did the poll on that today, and I felt like maybe I'm just directing the audience too much.
That's what I've been seeing. I mean, not just on the poll, just overall. I mean, you do have Bernard King. Who else you putting on there? Anthony Mason, Latrell Sprewell. Who you putting on there?
Bob McAdoo led the league in scoring.
Bob McAdoo, yeah. I mean,
and he was I think he was an MVP too. I think, but not with the Knicks. I could be off on that, but
I think he was. Because he was on a couple teams.
Yeah.
But yeah, at least from what I've seen. But like I said, it's a lot of what have you done for me lately? Where a lot of people saying Brunson is the greatest Knick of all time, and I'm just like, I feel you, because I don't want to bring our captain down at all, but I can't.
He got records, yo. He got records.
Yo, his resume amazing. Because did you bring up the fact that he got the championship since high school?
Yes, he went on every level.
Every level. The only one, and we leave it like Michael Jordan on the Wizards, is the only loss I said he took was that FIBA competition, where he was the captain of the FIBA team.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't talk about that. But if he would have
got
it,
team though.
But if he would have won it, we would have all been like, and he got that. You know what I mean? So
he gonna get that gold. Trust me. They gonna reconfigure that team. Watch.
All right, we'll talk about that. You saw what they did to the last champions. Now, granted, that's not our captain, but the last USA team, Celtics just won. They snubbed Jalen Brown, and they didn't play Jason Tatum.
But that was
and
Steve
that was
Kerr.
Right after they won.
that was Steve Kerr. Listen, you're going to need Brunson because you're going to have to replace Steph.
Oh, right. And
that's
the
my
other
argument.
Part is the other thing is, are we gonna do the Team Jamaica?
Now it's Brunson like, screw y'all. I'm gonna go rock with my own country because y'all ain't want to put me on. Now y'all need me after I get a championship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We still got Team Jamaica that could brew up something, and Brunson could be the captain of that team. And I think he would wear that proudly. I mean, either nation, USA or Jamaica, you know how it goes. If you're multicultural, I don't know. And Jamaica being a new team,
I think he plays for USA. I think if USA hits him up, yo, we need you. We need you. Steph is gone. He gonna go.
Yeah, but for the yard though, I don't know, man.
Only way it won't happen is if he could miss to the yard beforehand. But I think they're gonna give him a call this summer. Yo, Brunson, you talking that Jamaica talk, dog? Listen, we about to reshuffle this. we about to reshuffle the deck, dog. We need finals MVPs. You feel me? Because I ain't gonna lie. The team that we got to watch is Canada, dog. I'm telling you right now.
I agree 1,000%. 1,000%.
That Canada, remember, they beat us last time, too. You better watch Canada. The last time we lost in the cup.
Yep, but Canada, and you still got Serbia. I mean, that's a whole different conversation. But no, I
got Germany, though. Germany is the best Euro team.
Yep, Dennis Schroeder is a beast in international ball. A beast.
Well, I can't say that. No, I can't sleep on France. France technically is the best Euro team. Yeah, they technically. I don't want to diss Wemby too much.
And you can't sleep on Spain. That's what I'm saying. Like, as far as the international.
No, I'm sleeping on Spain. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sleeping on Spain.
Crazy.
Yeah. Trust me, I watch Listen, trust me, I watch EuroLeague, dog.
Me too.
Yeah, they not.
I mean, they not the Rudy Fernandez, Ricky Rubio, Paul Gasol of Spain, but they still got. I
don't even think they got no NBA players anymore. Could you tell me one NBA player they got?
I think Willie Hernandez.
What team he played for?
He played in that team for Adam Sandler. It was on Netflix.
Okay. Yo, man, Tugboy, I appreciate you, man. Yo,
all right, brother,
hopefully we can link up. I don't know how it's gonna happen.
I think we'll it's gonna be very logistically challenging. We'll make the best of it as we go on and see what we can make happen. But if not, either way, man, We're champions. We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna pop bottles, and if I don't see you, I'll definitely be taking the toast for you and everybody in OKF.
100%. I appreciate you, Tugboat.
All right, brother.
All right. I'm going to the parade. But part of me doesn't want to go. I'm keeping it real. Part of me doesn't want to go to the parade. I'm keeping it real because I don't like uncertainty. I like to know what's there. You know, maybe I'll go to the I don't know. I don't know, man. AP says, oh, look at this too. Look at this message here. Shout out to the nation. I'm going to be watching on TV. I must have rewatched the game about 3 times already. I didn't even rewatch the game yet. I think we could repeat out of the East, and I can't wait to hear the discussion. Hit the likes. Big time salute to you, AP. Smash that like button for me. Also, while you at it, subscribe. All right, because I know half of you watching more than likely are not subscribed, so help us close the gap. AP, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like just staying home, goddammit. I really do. I don't like it, bro. I don't like the uncertainty. As far as repeating is concerned, what move, AP, here's the question. What moves are you going to make? Because, listen, we could be the super duper nicked out Knicks fans, bro. The reality is, out of the last 7 champions before us, none of them repeated, and they all kept the same team. So y'all telling me we're going to keep the same team, and now we go win the championship because we're the Knicks? I'm not that confident that we can do that. I think that you got to get better in today's NBA. Because if you think the rest of the league is going to be the same for you, and they're not going to look to improve, you got everybody and their mama trying to trade for Giannis right now. Doesn't mean that the team that gets Giannis will be better than us. I'm not saying that. But there's a mad push to elevate your team, to elevate your status. And so, I don't know. I don't like the concept of staying the same. I don't think that that's going to work. I don't have confidence that it's going to work. You know, I'm going to keep it real. All right, let me get back into the lines. 646-995-8389. I want to talk about Coach Tibbs too. I might have to do a show tonight. Maybe we'll talk about Tibbs tonight. Because there's other topics I want to get into as well. And the calls are starting to mount up. Hopefully I can get Angie on the line. I think Angie's in New York too already. Call back, Ange. D, give me 2 seconds, D. I got you. Give me 2 seconds. I see you on the call back. I know you on the call back. Let me get my man CI. Hopefully he's still there. Angie, if you're listening, I called you. What's good, CI?
What's up, my boy?
We in the building. What's going on, family?
I'm just sitting back in a king size bed with my feet, just sipping on something for the championship. That's it, bro.
Hey, the celebration doesn't stop, man. We gonna ride this till the wheels fall off, my brother. I was just trying to work out the parade logistics. It seems like a nightmare right now.
Don't overthink it, bro. It's easy, man. I'm gonna be at City Hall, bro. City Hall.
Oh, you're gonna be at City Hall?
Yeah, I ain't going down to the bottom because when you go to the bottom, you gotta have to walk all the way back up. So I'd rather be at the end of everything. You always go at the end or the middle of any parade.
But how can you get there? Are they gonna allow you access to it?
Yeah, people gotta go to work. City Hall. That's what they give you. I guess my man worked for the city. He worked down there. Mm-hmm. He worked on City Hall. And he worked every day because he's been doing it for like 20-some years. So he's like, they say the Giants got to go through. The Giants went through there too. He said. Yeah. He said it was crazy. It was hectic, but yeah, it's some places that you can't go, and some places you can. But the City Hall is a big park. You know that, right? It's a huge park. and it's right
Right.
next to Pace University. The Brooklyn Bridge is right there, so they can't close everything down. You know what I'm saying? So end of the day, you guys got to see how you just got to pick and choose your areas. Like the City Hall is a big park, you know. So
City Hall is a big part. Okay, because I was thinking that too. You just go to the ending, you know.
Yeah.
But I was just hoping that they don't, you know, lock it off because I used to work out there.
The only thing gonna lock off, bro, is the street. They're gonna have that all fenced up. It's just like any parade, like Easter Day parade. You walk on Easter Parkway, you could go in the street, but this is totally different. But everything's gonna be gated. It's like the Macy's Day Parade, or the you know, it's gonna be fenced in. You just gotta walk the street. You know what I'm saying? So that's
so
all
I
it
can't
is,
go
bro.
through a side street to Broadway, like because Broadway got them side streets.
Now you can walk there. I don't think cars can't go there, but you can walk there. You can walk through all them side streets. That's a if you block that, that's a hazard. You feel what I'm saying, bro? If anything pop up, what you gonna have? That's for anything. That's for anything. Trust me, I've been to a few. I went to the Giants drink. That drink was nice and cold, but it was like I said, the side streets, all that was all open. You just couldn't have cars going through there. Only emergency vehicles was only allowed. But like I said, City Hall is my spot. I'm gonna be there like around like 7 in the morning. You know?
So you gonna get the City Hall part at 7?
Yeah, I'll be in the morning, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna be in no 5 o'clock. I ain't that thirsty. So.
Hell, me either. I can't. My train leave at 5. There's no way. That's the earliest it leave. There's no way because I definitely ain't. You know, if I might even be driving at the moment, but if I wasn't driving down there either.
Yeah,
so.
Dog, my car is gonna be in CI, dog. I'm taking the train.
Right. Hell yeah. That's the best way.
I haven't been on an Iron Horse in a minute, bro. Keep it real. Like I went to CI to Nathan. I was like, yo, look at Stillwell. The train station changed. I didn't know it. I haven't been to the train since '95.
Oh, damn.
So I don't take
That's
the
a
train
long ass time.
city. I don't take the I drive my car.
You normally drive, yeah.
Yeah, I don't take the train. I just drive. But I'm like, so I'm taking the train. You know, hey.
100%.
I thought they still had tokens. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah. Now you could just tap your phone. So so the park, I might consider doing that too because I don't really care about the journey up like that. I mean, I would be nice to see it, but if it's gonna be too hectic, I'd rather just be at the place they all gonna be at. We know they gonna be there.
Super facts. Like we acting like this is only gonna be our last this is gonna be our last finals championship. Nah, dog. We're gonna double back. It might not. It could be next year or the following year, but this ain't gonna be that last. Nah, we in here, bro. Trust me. You know, they got a bunch. They're gonna have a bunch of porta potties. That's number one, also.
Oh, okay. See, thank you. Okay, cool. Because that was another concern of mine. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, the people who gonna be at Bowling Green, they gonna be walking up, or they gotta establish their spots starting from there.
They're gonna just establish their spot and just sit at the beginning. And like I said, some people don't want to go to the end. Some people want to go to the middle or whatever. It's like any parade. So these people gonna be walking. You see what I'm saying? Following, certain. It ain't only gonna be them. It might be some celebrities there, and cars and trucks, and just it's like a regular parade, but it's just gonna be them.
Gotcha.
The main event is the Knicks.
Gotcha.
So. But at the end of the day, I'd rather be at the last and be like, oh, they're gonna give them, a speech and people are talking and blasey. You feel me? Because it starts at 10, correct?
Yeah, the official parade, the official starts at 10.
Okay. Yep. And what they say what time it ends? I don't know. I
don't know. I'm assuming maybe like 2 hours it'll take to get from thing all the way up there and commence and do the speeches. You probably get there in an hour, maybe. And then, because it's not like it's a lot of blocks, bro. Like,
yeah, it's like not 6 blocks, right? 6 of them blocks. I think it is, right?
Maybe like 10, but they short though. It's not like the super duper big blocks like that.
Yeah, because it's gonna be on Broadway.
On Broadway.
Right? Yeah, Broadway. Yeah, it's gonna be on Broadway. Well, they should have put it over there, man. I don't know what's wrong, but that's how they had it all year. For the Giants, they had it down there too. Yeah, so
they treating it like a regular parade, which I think is a mistake.
It's a mistake because this is gonna be big. This is gonna be like New Year's Eve. You big bozos.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing with Labor Day parade, right? Remember, we could go on any block, right?
Yeah, any block. Yeah.
Because unless you're following a certain float, like you just out there, just wherever. You might be on No Street. You might be wherever.
Yeah, correct. But
Okay.
hey, man. Like I said, the best thing to do is just try to get in contact with whoever who's willing to put their number in a certain email, and just have each individual put a share location. That's the best thing to do, bro. Everybody
Oh
got
yeah,
the
the location.
yeah, and just say, all right, in my share, end your number and just delete it. It's up to whoever. I don't know. I'm just speaking on just out of the mouth, but
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Man,
nothing to worry
I
about, bro.
appreciate the insight, my brother. You
Yeah,
know,
say less, brother.
and yo, let's go Knicks, man. If I see you at the parade, I'm gonna try my best. We see
Yeah,
what's up, man.
no problem, man. We
No
in the
doubt.
building, man. Y'all be safe out there, you heard?
100%.
I won.
One. It's my man CI. Hold on, D. Give me another second because Angie called back. Hold up. Hey
Karan,
Angie.
what's going on?
Nothing much. We got a parade, Angie. What's what's the
Yes,
deal?
yes, the parade is here. I am on 1000. Nobody is going to steal my joy, my
Oh no.
happiness, none of that. They trying, but
Mm,
it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We are the champions.
that's a
I've
fact.
been in and out, but what's the topics today?
Oh well, we talking about Jalen Brunson's response to Wemby. On one breath, he was at the party and he led the toast with F Wemby.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
he said,
Oh
yeah, he did
wow.
the toast with F Wemby. And then on The View, he said that it was his parents that, instilled the discipline in him to not respond to Wemby. That,
Yeah.
after that
Yeah.
happened, even though he did respond, if you ask me, he pointed at him and was like, yo, I knock you out or something. But
Oh
nonetheless, he
yeah.
he responded to Wemby, two different responses.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
my question is like, is Wemby now our villain?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay.
I think what we did really when it comes to Wimpy is that we exposed him. We exposed all of his weaknesses. He's truly not the face of the NBA. Um, I think what everybody's in awe with is just we haven't seen a 7'4" person with his length and with his ability to shoot. To me, he's like a 7'4" Porzingis. He's just a 7'4" Porzingis.
Mm,
Porzingis don't, he's really not that physical. Porzingis is really not trying to, do any low post moves. And
right.
so, and he's young, I have to give, he's 22, but the thing that I think we expose more so is that he's 22, but his mentality is like a 16-year-old. It's like a
Right.
16-year-old, playing AAU. So I really don't think they're going to go as far next year. I think just, even for us, things just lined up because you need that no matter who wins the championship. I think Jalen Brown has said it, anytime the stars have to line up, the matchups have to line up. And I think it
Right.
all lined up for us. And so, I, as I said a couple of weeks ago, I said everybody's going to be getting better. And the thing is, what we have to realize is that the Knicks is now the standard, right? The Knicks
Oh,
is now everyone is saying, how do we beat them, if they come out the East again? Because right now the Knicks would still, as far as I'm concerned, be the favorite to come out the East. So the West, everyone is saying, how are we going to handle this new motion offense? Cat being this triple threat and all these other things. And so, that's why I still believe we have to get better. Now, what that looks like, I don't
mhm.
know. Do we
Mm,
have to strengthen our bench? Do we have to, whatever that thing is, but we can't, because OKC, I think, made that same mistake. I think they came back pretty much status quo. And
right.
because they came back status quo and they were the standard, because they won, you have to come back. You have to come back better than what you were, right? It doesn't mean you have to make any major changes, but you have to come back better. One of the things
Right.
I would like to see a taller guard, a taller floor general. I like to see a
Mm,
6'5" or above. When Brunson needs some rest, I like to see someone who was a two-way but they have length with them, you know,
10
and that you can also
seconds.
pair off if they come off the bench. You can pair them up with Brunson, you know, to kind of be that help, more of a help to him,
Right.
you know, on the defensive side. So, you know, I'm just interested to see what type of tweaks, you know, that we make. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to keep Mitchell. I want him to get paid. He's going to get paid, especially after, you know, that crucial rebound he got in such a, you know, to help us win the game, to win the
Right.
finals. And so
Right.
I don't know. Dolan may, but this I'll end with this, Karan. I do believe, as far as any major change that we make, like a super major change, I'm not even gonna say the name, the salad guy.
The Greek
you know.
salad. I want to. Is it yes to the salad? Are you still on the bus?
No, the thing is, you remember what I said to you last time? I said, if it all depends on Cat. My verdict was still out on Cat. I said, if Cat becomes Cat and not disappear, not totally disappear like he tends to do, and continues to just, you know, and he did that. He did that for me. Right. So
Keep
what
it
I'm
real.
saying,
Let's
I'm
go.
not right. So what I'm saying is, I could go either way. One thing
Okay,
I
that's
will
fair.
say to you, I'm not giving up OG. Right. I'm not
Oh
giving
yeah,
up
yeah,
OG.
I agree.
So
Yeah, there's
right.
no,
So
yeah,
it's
there's no
either
trade for it.
right. So it's either OG or Cat. If
100%.
we decide to stay Pat and keep Cat, I'm good. If we decide to trade Cat for Greek salad, I'm good. Either way
Got you.
we go, I'm good. Because Cat did show me enough where I'm good. Where I was at the place where I'm on this bus. No, Cat has to go, right? But I'm not there. Cat showed me
I got
something
you.
where I'm not there. So, but I'm gonna say this before I get off. I think what's gonna decide if they even entertain the Greek salad is Brunson. I think Brunson has such a voice in the executive office right now that I think he's going to have a lot of, you know, influence. If he says what I just said, I want to keep Cat, but whatever y'all decide to do, I'm rolling with y'all, then it could happen. If Brunson
Got
says no, I want to keep my five with me, I want these five to stay, then nothing's happening.
Got you. All right, Angie. I appreciate you, Angie.
All
Big
right,
time.
I see you at the parade if you're there. I'm flying out tomorrow, so I'll be there.
I'm definitely got to go to the parade, but it's just I don't know where the hell I'm gonna be.
Okay, all right. I'll be checking it. I'll be checking the Discord or whatever. If but I'll be out.
100%.
Okay. All right.
I got you,
Be
Angie.
blessed. Smash
Big
those
time.
likes. All right. Bye bye.
Bye bye. I want to do the meetup. It's just, you know, I don't know. And look, my man Trey on the Cash App side, he said, go to the parade. Stop being spooky in the woods. Oh no, he said you spooky in the woods. No, it's not even that. It's just I like to go. Like me, I'm somebody, I go and I have a certain expectation, and I don't like stuff that just seems like this to me just seems disorganized. I like, because honestly, I know the area very well. I just don't want to be able to cut. I want to be able to cut through back blocks because there's ways to cut through black blocks to get the blocks. I think they're going to shut all of that stuff down. I'm going to keep it real. I don't think that you're going to be able to move as freely as you want to. Like, you could get out, but I'm talking about entering Broadway, you know, if that's where you want to go. But he said he going straight to the park, my man CI. So we'll see. D, I got you on the call back right now. And AP says, you're going to be limited to your section. You are standing in, and once they pass you, that's it. Damn. All right. And on TV, you get the whole crew. They're going to allow the VIPs at City Hall. You know how that goes. Ooh. So, hey, maybe none of us gets involved, gets able to get inside of the park. You know, I don't know. But that's a good point. And also remember when the Giants won it, he said he went to the Giant parade. How long ago was that? That was a different Manhattan, I don't know. Let me get D back on the line, see where he wants to go. Yeah, it's all interesting, man. Somebody flying out from France. If you listening, I got the email and they were like, "Where are you gonna be?" And I'm like, "Yo, I'm trying to be there at 7." But man, what's going on, Dito? What's good?
Set every channel to record the parade. Go to the parade, even if you're there for 2 seconds. Literally, if you just go there, tap your feet on the ground. I was here, and you dip. I'm the same. I'm just like you. I hate disorganization. I'm the kind of dude who, like, if I'm going somewhere in June, I'm already thinking about it in February. Like, I'm that kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? So I completely get what you're saying, but just for your own, you know what I mean? Just for your own Knicks fandom mind. Exactly. And the fact that a lot of us are living vicariously through y'all who are going to this thing, you know what I'm saying? Especially this channel.
Yeah. I was going to stream live too while I was there.
Hey, if you do that, we even more down for that. You know what I mean? But even if it means you just tapping your feet on the ground and dipping in a second, at least you can say I was there. You know what I mean? I got back home safe to my family. But you definitely, we can't get this far just to get this far. You got to, you know what I mean? Even if you don't even see them on the bus, it's cool. Just plant your feet and dip, and you Gucci. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah, but that's a fact. What Angie was just saying. Remember, Angie, I was on the bus with you, and I'm gonna stay on the bus, right? And I completely understand what she's saying, but that's actually what I wanted to call about because we were having that conversation, as I said in the chat. And I wanted to ask you a question. Now, everybody's already said what we said about Cat. This is not about we want Cat gone. Never. That's not the point, right? The point is we still have this thing that we too often, as she called before the playoffs even started, that's what the bus is. Yo, Cat, it is up to you to show me who you truly are. And Cat showed us he's been amazing, but there were those 2 games I will never forgive those if Jalen Brunson did not carry us home. So now here's the question. Excluding, because we've talked about Giannis and, you know, one-to-one trade, whatever the case may be, we're considering the second apron, all those things. Well, let's say we take the second apron out of the equation. Because what I was trying to explain in the chat is the value of having $60 million stuck on the bench because of fouls. $60 million. That's 30 Landry Shamits. 30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to put this in perspective, if you're Leon and you get a call, again, we're not considering what the second apron is currently. We're just talking about player value of $60 million. And they say somehow, some way, you get Zubac, Okongwu, and Denny Evdia for Cat's salary. Are you making that trade going into next season?
You said Zubac, Okongwu?
Zubac, Okongwu, and Denny Evdia. They all fit in Cat's salary. Again,
but you're not going to get those players, though.
Huh? No,
you're not going
the salary, though.
Those players are super nice, bro.
But they fit, and that's kind of my point about Cat's salary. They all fit together into Cat's salary.
I get what you're saying, right?
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to explain in the chat. Like, it's not that we want Cat gone. It's not, but we can't forgive 2 points for 60. You know what I'm saying? We just can't. And I'm sure he's thanked Jalen Brunson 1,000 times because Jalen Brunson saved this man's legacy in those last 2 games. I know folks don't want to hear it,
100%.
but yo, J-Tap, it is what it is. But Angie, I'm not leaving the bus just yet. I'm gonna let Leon do what he's gonna do. Most likely, Cat is gonna stay on the team, but we're gonna need some.
Well, why are we shying away from the Giannis content? This is the off season.
I don't know why folks are still. I don't know. And I think it's to your point though. It is that you are trying to explain that the finals was not convincing enough, but I don't think folks really want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. I don't think folks want to truly hear what you're trying to explain about the finals not being convincing enough to just walk it back without any kind of consideration. Again, we don't want Cat gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But hey, as
you got to get, listen, the people don't want LeBron, but I'm like, yo, LeBron might be the one to save your second championship run, dog.
Now that we won, I really want LeBron at a minimum. Y'all got me. What?
I'm just saying.
Please.
I don't see how he makes the team worse, but I can tell you 5 million ways how he makes us better.
Right. But again, I think it's just kind of what you have to do to get into the details of what folks might shy away from, whether it's, you know, they don't really like the player or the belief in the team. Ain't nobody arguing against that. But it's just certain things can definitely
but you know
what,
D, you know the problem too, D? They want to get better, but they don't want to lose nobody.
Right. Remember, at one point, RJ and Quickly were the ones that were going to win us the championship. Let's not forget. At one point, I was arguing, I was pissed off that we got Dante DiVincenzo and traded away Obi. I believed Obi was Sean Marion. I was wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you was definitely wrong on that one.
Be Julius Randle.
Because Sean Marion played defense. That was already the wrong comparison.
I was talking offense only. Offense only. You know what I'm saying? That off-ball slasher. But you're right. Folks want to get better. They don't want to make the moves. Or even worse, some folks think this is good enough because we won. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I'm completely off the this is good enough train.
Right.
Salute to Jessie, because Jessie was really talking that too. She was breaking it down like before. She was breaking this down probably before the playoffs started.
Right.
Like, you gotta staying the same is not gonna cut it. And it was to what you just said. You're gonna have to make some additions. How do you feel about CJ McCollum? Because the OKF doc brought him up.
I love it.
I think I could live with that.
I love it. If we're talking about auditions, and I'm pointing out how the last 2 games kind of turned me off of Cat.
Right.
The series that we had against the Hawks, I was like, oh, I've ignored CJ McCollum. My dude is still a bucket.
He's never not been a bucket, and I told y'all he was gonna be their best player. I told y'all that.
The way he was tossed by the team who was traded from is, oh yeah, this guy is washed. Not really.
I watched the Atlanta Hawks religiously. I'm telling you, that man right there was getting busy.
Busy though, like busy. So I definitely. But what would his contract be though? Would he be on a minimum as well?
Yeah, he'd be on a minimum.
Got you. Yeah, that's legit.
Because look, people got money, but they not trying to just spend their money on anyone. Them days are over.
That's facts.
Them days, like, you might get Clarkson back on like just above the minimum, yo.
Right. So, yeah, CJ McCollum, not just that though. That's another veteran presence in the locker room. And he kind of fits into that nerd college hooper kind of, you know what I mean? He fits into the locker room right now. And he's pressed. So bring him on, you know what I mean? I rock with that for sure. But would that be the only move we make,
in the playoffs?
Will that be the only significant move that we make?
Yeah,
if we don't
for the most part. Because you remember, you're going to be second apron if you bring it back Mitch.
So do you think he's going to do that, though?
What, second apron?
Do you think Dolan is going to do second apron to keep Mitch?
If they believed in this team running it back. But Dolan said in his speech, and I didn't get to the speech yet, there's so much I want to talk about. I got to do another show later today. Dolan said that we may never get back here. This is the closest we've been. Like Dolan said in that speech, that was the realest speech ever. If you didn't hear it, we're going to talk about it later tonight.
I loved it. Loved that speech.
Fire.
Even down to the unnecessary. It was necessary. I got the point.
It was fire, dog. He said, I'm going to give your wives a championship ring.
For real,
That's never been done before.
Because they're part of this. They're part of this. They will understand why I said none of that for 10 weeks. They get a ring. It's cool. Bling them out. But we need
Bling them out.
You know what I mean? I feel it.
Yeah. Fire.
No doubt.
So they can talk about Dolan's leadership. That like leadership to me.
100%. You know what I mean? And his speech after we won. I'm sorry it took 53 years. I'm sorry. I got y'all.
That's a fact.
You know
and
what I mean?
To be fair, he could have copped out because I took over the team in 2001. God damn it.
Right.
To be honest, so it only took me 25 years.
For
but
real,
that's a whole nother topic.
You know what I mean? But nonetheless, so last question though. If he does, Mitch, what is the salary tax? $200 million?
$250+ million. Hello?
And that's just a tax. That's not the salary.
That's just the that's not the salary. You're talking about you're going to be having a salary up to $500 million, depending on who you bring in, Penny.
Well,
depending on what the salaries are,
I trust Leon. So we'll be good. But I'm going to holler at y'all, though.
Big time salute, family.
Stay up, man.
All right, so my man D on the call back. Hey, y'all, we got the parade on Thursday. It's going to be madness. I will be there. Sure. Get my man Rock on the line. What's good, Rock?
Yo, what's good, Ken?
Man, we got a whole lot to talk about today. I might even going to be able to hit the topics, man. Where you want to go, Are you coming to the parade?
No, I'm not gonna make it, man. I got some commitments down here that came up suddenly, man.
See, I hope that's going to be the story for a lot of people, so it's not as packed.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to make the second one, man. Definitely next year.
100%. But what's your thoughts on anything we talked about, man? Where you want to go?
You know, I'm like, yeah, we can repeat, but I kind of feel like you that we need to make moves, and standing still is not good because there's so much influx of talent coming in the league, man. You can't afford to stay still.
Yeah.
You know, it's
And you
kind of
got
like,
teams like the Lakers. The Lakers are trying to do something drastic. I'm just letting you know.
yeah, they trying, but they still got Luka, man, and he's a cone.
I understand that, but the point that I'm saying is, like, we are the hunted right now.
Yeah.
You understand?
As you know, the two arguments we make, yeah, we got the team, and then the other argument that me and you talking about right now, you can't afford to stay still. The only one that we can take solace in is no one wins like us in the fashion we win.
Okay.
You know, so any games that may look awkward or look like it's not in our favor, I'm kind of confident that JB will lead us out of that. You know.
Yeah, but do you think next year, if you go up against OKC, who somehow get better, or whoever, veteran team, that you could be down 5 straight finals games and win? You think that that's duplicatable? I don't like that. I'm gonna keep it.
Well, honestly, I think we're gonna get better by our draft picks. Because I was looking at looking at the mock draft, I'm looking at some targets the Knicks have targeted, and kids look like they look promising, man. You know, if anything, OKC is disappointing to me because they're not gonna part with Chet, and Chet is scared of Wemby. Like like I told you before, Wemby's in their head, he's in Chet's head, and I don't know, man.
But they beat Chet because Chet didn't have his other guys who really I would put over him. Mitchell, they had a rookie too that was balling out of this world, and Mitchell and Williams wasn't there. So let's not act like they beat the entire OKC team, head up.
Yeah,
Feel
but
me? I think it's different when those guys are there. But go ahead.
I'm not so sure because remember that time I told you, he's in the head. It was Jay Will who wasn't playing. That said that at the podium. Oh, they got a guy over there at 7'5", and that was the answer to a reporter on what they think was their biggest issue in not beating San Antonio. Jay Will said that. So it doesn't necessarily mean that Jay Will playing that they're gonna get past Wemby. But yeah, I'm not concerned with them though.
We'll see. But Wemby got to get better too. There's no guarantees the Spurs will be back. I mean, we've seen the Orlando Magic. We've seen teams like this before. No guarantees you be back, bro. It's the league is just, especially in today's era with the apron rules, and you don't really have dynasties like that. You'd be lucky to get back, bro. So, yeah.
Do you know how the Knicks tape is gonna be studied by different coaching staffs over the summer and going into next season?
Yeah.
On how we defeated Wemby. So the same tapes on the other end is gonna be studied too by staffs on how did they deal with SGA.
Yeah. I mean, it's easy to deal with SGA when he's the only factor that could really create, and sometimes McCain. But Jalen Williams gets his own bucket. AJ Mitchell get his own bucket. Now, because remember, they trapping him.
Yeah.
And they're making it difficult, and they're keeping the others out of it because, one, the others wasn't really doing nothing anyway. But when you have others that can create, it's not as easy to trap SGA. I'm not gassing up the Thunder because I think we would have smoked them, but I'm just saying I'm not believing the Spurs hype at all. I'm still not on it. I think they need to make some improvements, man. Like you can't come back with the same team and think you're gonna be better, man. But I appreciate you, Rock, though. Great call.
All right, bro.
No doubt.
All right.
No doubt. Salute. Yeah, I'm not jacking the Spurs like that. I'm not. I got a lot more topics. I'm just gonna save those for later. I'll save those topics for later. I'm gonna hit the phone lines. 646-995-8389. call up. If I miss your call, I will call back. Zach, if you're there, I'm calling back.
Thank you for calling ours.
All right, Zach, call me back, Zach. Call me back. Meantime, let me get my man Trey. Trey told me to stop being spooky. What's good, Trey?
Hey, my boy, what's happening, man?
Not much, man. You told me to stop being spooky and go to the parade.
Yo, nah, because I was feeling the same way. They was taking all the fun out of my trip. I'm like, yo, what's these stipulations? Y'all gonna make the Puerto Rican Day parade and the gay parade bigger than the Knicks parade? So I was upset. But you know what? We gotta go, because next week, if we don't go, we're gonna be like, so you waited all this time and you ain't let your feet touch the soil.
Yeah.
So your man was right. He said, yo, bro, I don't care if you go there and get kicked out in 2 minutes. You were supposed to be there. So
that's true.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go, because I'm gonna be tight if I don't go. So I was being a little spooky too. I was just tight, like, yo, what are y'all turning my parade into?
I don't like it, man.
Yeah, it was about to be like New Year's Eve for real,
Right.
like the
100%.
ball drop. Pause, you know. So that's that. Now Jalen Brunson is better than Patrick Ewing as a Knick. This is not nothing to think about. There's nothing to think about. He delivered a chip, Ewing didn't. When JB is in the trenches, he dominates his matchup. Patrick didn't. He got beat up by David Robinson all the time. Elijah Wan beat him up all the time. And he was always like a third or fourth best center in the game. Jalen Brunson.
Rick Smith beat him up too in the playoffs too.
Rick Smith, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? So to anybody thinking that, there's nothing to think about. The captain is here. He delivered for us. And he dominates. Remember before when we got Brunson and we had Mitchell on the table, everybody was like, damn, I wanted Mitchell. Every time he sees Mitchell in the playoffs, he reminds us, shame on us. Your man CJ was cooking. He caught fire in that series. You know what happened?
Yeah, he did.
What happened? He took the captain. What happened? The captain happened.
Got him. Yep.
Yeah, the captain happened, you know? So, yeah, but he takes these, and then, yo, Wemby, he's a center. He's a 7'5" center. Pat, he would have dominated you too. With Jalen Brunson at 6 feet, he gave him 45.
Gave him 45.
Gave him 45. So we can't in the finals. So if there's another Knick that did that like that, and was sweeping,
there isn't none. There is none.
If there is, then my bad. But if there's not,
nah, there isn't. Nah, Makai had 37 though, but it wasn't 45.
It wasn't 45, and he didn't dominate every matchup all the way to the chip. Every matchup. Whoever's your best player, I'm going to outscore him. Or in the fourth, I'm going to show him who's a grown man and who's not. Everyone, even the 7'5" dude, Jesus, that boy's the greatest, and don't disrespect him. Damn. I'm mad that he just delivered, and now we like, yo, bro, is he the greatest Knick ever? Nigga, yes. Don't disrespectful. Like, if I was his older brother, I'd be like, yo, I don't know about these Knicks fans. Like, you can't do nothing for them. So we got to be humble, you know. Yeah. And another thing
I think we all got him on the Mount Rushmore. I think we all got him up there, you know, for sure.
Well, if we know, well, like I said, if there's Mount Rushmore always has like a 1, 2, and a 3 on it, you know. So
okay,
he's number one.
He would be the number one. Yeah, it's hard to argue against it, Dre. I'm not taking that fade. I'm sorry. I'm not taking that fade.
Yeah, I'm giving you 45 on a 7'7", on a 7'5", dude. He's 7'5". Yep. I gave him 45.
45. He threw me to the ground. He was trying to take my ankle out. Don't forget that.
I kept my composure. That's another thing. I'm never rattled. The only person like that I've seen, like, yo, you know, you got to go to the greats. They do that in the fourth. The Allen Iversons, the Kobe's, the Mikes.
100%.
Come on. The game might not look all pretty. Sometimes it do. He be cutting up out there, but you know he ain't flying and dunking. He ain't, you know, it ain't super fancy, but boy, it's effective. And I take a basic, like Tim Duncan. I used to like everybody but Tim Duncan. It was too damn basic. But once I look at the numbers, I'm like, you know what? I'll take basic and get a chip all day. Then
he'll basic you to death off the glass,
right?
Off
facts
all day.
And one last thing I wanted to remind dudes too. Not only is our because Jalen Brunson, as of right now, he's the best, not the best in the league, hands down, but he's the best in the league right now. He got finals and a chip. And what I like about him, he's totally different than Wemby's and other people. He's really a likable guy.
Yes.
Our captain, like, it's hard to hate on him. Even Kobe got hate. Like, yo, it's hard to hate on Brunson. He's wild, humble. He don't get rattled. Yo, man, we won. The Knicks, we won a chip.
On the way out, Trey, the people who hate on Brunson, they just evil people, dog. They just not good people. They don't like good people. That's what it is.
No, for real. Internally, there's something wrong. And for you not to like a guy like, I got a friend like that, and I tell people, if you had an argument with him, you're wrong. I don't even need to hear what it's about, because that's how my boy carry him. So I don't need to hear what it's about. You had an argument with Jalen Brunson in front of the club, you did bad.
You did bad. Facts.
Straight up, bro. So yo, Karan, man, I like your man. What's that dude name? C.I. I like
my man Coney Allen.
Yeah. I kind of liked his route that he going with. I could jump on the Long Island Railroad, get transferred to an Iron Horse, and be there. And I ain't gotta be in traffic. And
it's the only way, bro. Yeah, it's the only way.
Yeah, I'm gonna go that route and just go. And they kick me out. Yeah, they kick me out. And I'm gonna just stumble off, and I'm gonna stumble off because I'm gonna be hit out there. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? Yo,
big time salute, Trey.
Yo, you already, bro. Good looking, man. Thanks for calling the kid back. Knicks Nation, we did it. We are champions. It's no longer the Knicks in 5. It's the Knicks is live. We back, baby. 100, man. Appreciate you, kid. You heard?
No doubt. All right, it's my man Trey from Queens. Yeah, I'm gonna be at the parade, y'all. I'm gonna definitely be there. It's just, I just wish I would. Yo, we gonna be here. You know, like any parade, you could do that. But this parade, I don't know if I could cut through Broadway. Because if I could cut through Broadway, that changes everything. And like I said, I used to work on. I know that area like the back of my hand, bro. You feel me? But I don't know what streets are gonna be open, because how I would do it, I would be on one of them side joints. Like if it get too crazy, I lead a parade, cut across, come back. But I don't know if you could do that. I don't know if you could. Like I don't know. It's a mystery right now. But I will be there. I will be there. Let me see. Is Mellow Mike in the chat? If Mellow Mike's in the chat, man, we gotta talk later, bro. Salute to the live chat. J-Tab, you still pulling up, right, J-Tab? Yo, you know what, too? I gotta get a Spurs jersey for this guy, I gotta get a Knicks jersey for this Brownsville guy. I want a very disrespectful, like, cheap-looking jersey. I don't want it to be a nice jersey. Because this is a bet at the end of the day. And this guy gotta wear it. All right, let me get out of there. Let me see what else is in the queue to get my man Moses on the line. 646-995-8389.
Mr. Kwan,
what's good, Moses?
Going on, man? Right, listen.
What's the deal, man? We the champions, man.
Breath of fresh air, brother. Yeah, I'm going to be there. Let me tell you right now.
What time you pulling up? What time you pulling up?
The parade starts at 10, right? I might pull up probably around 8.
Man, I just hope you get a good spot, bro, because it's going to be like 4 million people.
God damn. It's
going to be a lot of people,
I
bro.
think I should get there earlier than that, bro.
Yeah, I might get there at 6, bro.
But the question is, like, they should do a situation. Yo, the players should do a situation where they meet the fans, because they gotta say thank you to the fans for supporting that team for 53 years, bro.
Yeah, they do those, but those are like special events they do. Like they got the season ticket holder event where you meet the players. There's a couple of other events where they do that too.
Yeah, I'm surprised Shaq not gonna be there.
Shaq ain't no Nick.
Hey, but he talks about him, how he wants him to win. I mean, Stephen A. You know, and Cameron.
He gonna be there. Yeah, Stephen A. gonna be there for sure.
Yeah, bro. I know Spike Lee gotta be there.
Oh yeah, but Spike Lee gonna be in the parade though.
Yeah, he's gonna be on the float.
On the float.
Yeah, I wish I could be close by the float, man.
That's what I want too, man.
But you know what's crazy? Unless you can hop the fence, the gate.
You're getting arrested, dog. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, you're getting arrested. Because I know the
and you might not go to jail, but they're gonna get you out the area for sure.
Yeah. Like the Puerto Rican parade, you was able to get away with that. But if they don't catch you, but that's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
it's way different.
But like I know if you do that, if the cops don't catch you, you know what I'm saying? Then I think
I'm not taking that risk, bro.
But I'm not.
I am not taking. Hell
I'm
no.
not taking that. That's a big. I am not risking that. You know, but yo, that dude Jalen Brunson, son, he looked like a Kobe Bryant right now. He playing like Kobe at his height. It's hard to block his shot. You don't think so?
I think that he's incredible, man. I think that he's probably the best player in the world right now.
Remember when Halliburton used to try to diss Jalen Brunson? Like, I'm better than Brunson because we beat y'all team last year.
I don't think Halliburton said that. That's his man's. They all friends.
Oh, I thought they had problems with each other.
Nah, they boys, dog. They all friends. Remember, they all played on the World Cup team together.
Oh, so why was they doing the SmackDown last year then?
Yeah, that's entertainment.
But
yeah, trust me, they cool. They all friends. Trust me.
They ain't
good.
No guards right now that's playing like Jalen Brunson right now, brother.
Hell no.
Because for all you clowns who think I saw a post. Somebody said, "Yo, listen, Brunson is better than Harden is better than Brunson." I'm like, yo, I put in the comments, yo, stop smoking that crack.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, yo, and another thing I want to say before I get over here is that we gonna be back next year, bro. We gonna be back next year.
How, with the same team?
With the same team, and then you just add a little more. Okay.
I could take that.
Why? You think they're gonna get? You think you should get rid of Cat? I don't think so.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not. I don't got no vendettas against nobody. I just know that you can't come back with the same team and think you're gonna win the championship because we've seen that. And the last 7 champions, they all failed doing that same thing. So.
Oh, I forgot to mention, the person I feel sad as a Knick who didn't get a ring, bro. If only he had help was Carmelo Anthony, bro.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him, man.
Yeah, I feel bad too. He would have had rings, especially if Detroit would have drafted him, but that's a whole nother topic. But I appreciate you, Moses.
Yeah.
Big time salute. It's my man, Moses. Yo, if the Pistons would have drafted Melo might be above LeBron today, bro. Because Melo would have came out a winner. And they would have been like, yo, Melo, oh my God, we never seen a player like this. This young to be the best player on championship teams. Zach, if you listening, I called you. Oh, look, as soon as I said that, he answers. What's good, Zach?
Yo, what's good, Karan? How you guys doing today?
Man, we doing good, man. I just said, yo, Zach, if you're listening, call, and you just dialed. Anyway, man, what's going on, man? Are you coming out to New York, or you for the parade, or you decided not to?
Actually, I didn't decide not to. Unfortunately, some work stuff came up where I have to be in court. So, yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah, things happen. Everything's okay though. The Knicks won the championship. I don't really care. Nothing else matters at this point.
Bingo. Bingo. Yeah.
There's a lot of subjects, obviously, that you guys have been discussing today. First and foremost, I disagree with you. I think JB has overtaken Patrick Ewing. Yeah,
no, I'm not saying I don't think that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it just feels wrong to me. It feels wrong, but it's not.
But it's not. It's not in a couple. And there's a couple of reasons why it's not. First of all, JB has averaged 26 points per game in his playoffs career. Pat only did 20. Um, and
It's a
JB
bar.
did something that Pat was never able to do his entire career as a Knick, and that's put his team on his back and win the game.
Great point.
Okay, I love Patrick Ewing. He's an unbelievable Knick in, what he did for our franchise, coming as the first draft pick off the lottery, and changing our franchise from the doldrums after the championships of the 70s. There's no
Right.
question, he helped revitalize our squad in the 80s. But JB just pulled off something that hasn't been done in 53 years. And he did it with the prowess and with the mental fortitude of dudes like MJ and Kobe.
Right.
You got to give that man the credit he deserves. He is the third best player in Knicks history, and if he wins one more, he'll be number one in Knicks history.
See, I was gonna ask you what the order is, but you answered it. Okay.
I mean, me personally, I'm gonna say Willis, then Clyde, then JB at this point in
Then
time,
JB.
just because I'm gonna defer to what Clyde said. Patrick Ewing loves him some Patrick Ewing, so you can't really. That's you got to take it with a grain of salt. And then with JB saying it's Ewing, I compare that to I don't know if you remember Barry Sanders' Hall of Fame speech, but
No.
he made a nod to his father, who said that Walter Payton was the greatest running back of all time. And Walter Payton, the sweetness was great. He's one of the greatest. He didn't compare to Barry Sanders.
Right.
So I just look at it in that context. Then comes to the parade. The parade's going to be nuts. I've been to a couple of different teams. They're nuts. Nothing's going to even come close to this Knicks parade. It's going to pale in comparison. So everybody should be safe and enjoy. It's going to be an absolute spectacle. I saw you discussed the F Wemby toast. I actually put the video in the Discord yesterday. It's hilarious. And the video and the one I found, you can hear them. They turn up the mic so you can clearly hear him
it's
say
him,
the F
right?
Wemby.
Because the one I had,
him.
I didn't listen to yours last night.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. If you're on, it's an Instagram post, but yeah, you can hear it clearly.
Wow. So he said it. So now that Brunson said it, so now he's going to be public enemy number one.
Who, Wemby?
Yeah.
Wemby was public enemy number one since he threw Jose Alvarado by the neck. Like, in my opinion, Halliburton was a troll, right? Choking. He wasn't a villain. He had no physical prowess. He's skinnier than Wemby. That's not who Halliburton is. No, that is a complete misconstruing of what
Plus
their villainry.
They like Halliburton too. They all friends with him.
Yeah, I mean the WWE experience with Brunson. Halliburton
That's their homeboy.
He's a troll, man. That's who he is as a player, right? But Wemby is a villain. Wemby is a unsportsmanlike, dirty player. He's on like the Embiid level now.
Yes.
Maybe more.
That's more because he's so young.
Exactly. And his inability to understand the depths of the moment. And I don't,
Bingo.
He's young, he walks off the court, whatever. You can turn the other cheek for it. But the thing is that it shows you his personality. It shows you his fortitude is weak. And that's another thing, and that's another part of his game that he's going to have to work on, or he's not going to win championships because he's going to falter every time because he doesn't have what it takes mentally to win one.
Right. And I wonder as well, is this his, how receptive is he really to Duncan and them guys? I'm curious to know, like, we'll never know, but does he really care about those guys? Or does he just is his arrogance to the point where he's unteachable? I'm curious to know behind it. Of course, in front of the camera, He's the greatest. We know that. But behind, because the way he carries himself, Zach, there has to be more to it behind the scenes.
I mean,
you know,
he's you hit the nail on the head with he's an arrogant individual. Now, do I think he's perceptive enough to take the tutelage of these more experienced players? I think he's receptive enough to a point.
Okay.
I don't think he's malleable enough to dissuade from his personality. That's what I've noticed about him. You can see that there's something underlining that prevents him from being humble in any respect whatsoever. They lost 6 out of the last 7 games they've played against us. And somehow in their minds, they're still better than us.
See, that's the, man, Zach, great call. But that's my point, though, man. I appreciate you, Zach, man. Great point.
I appreciate you guys. OKF Nation. Now it's destiny to dynasty.
Fire.
Good night, guys.
Good night. It's my man, Zach. Great call. Zach, he's a very, very knowledgeable guy. Hold on really quickly. See if Sean is available.
Yo,
hey, Sean. Hey, I was surprised to get you back. What's going on?
Nah, man. Hey, I've been on a hangover these past few days, man. It's just been so exciting to see these boys win, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, and not to sound cliche or nothing, but I've really been crying ever since Saturday, bro. Like, it's really, really been an honor and a pleasure to see these boys actually win and then go on a tour around New York, go on these different shows. But yeah, bro, it's been wonderful. Yeah, so I've been living it up, man, honestly. And actually, I'm trying to find my hotel down in New York right now before I come down there. But everything's so booked up, everything's so damn expensive. So I'm still looking, man. Hopefully, I find something in my range so I can get down there, even if I gotta stay in a little cheap motel. But yeah, man, I wanna start on one thing, and I just really want to ask this question, man.
Yeah.
Why do we want Giannis so bad, people? Now I see the chat is split up. I see you kind of like in the same way. I feel like you both sides on the fence. But me personally, I just don't feel like he fits with us. First of all, we don't know how he is in the locker room. We don't know what type of person he is. You know what I'm saying? He haven't played in what, almost like a half a year. Did he even play last year? I think he played 30 games or something like that.
No, he plays 60 plus games every year in his career. That's cap. The whole Giannis is injured is cap. That's not true.
Okay,
he's healthy every year. He made 7 straight All-NBA first teams, for the record. But go ahead.
Understand that. But this team taught us something this year about camaraderie, about time and time that they put in the gym together, the chemistry, the brotherhood. Why would we want to split that up? We learned the offense within almost 3 months of a season, because it took them a while to hire Mike Brown. Got the offense, and then we still had our bumps in the road. But then when it came to go time and we locked down, we flew through everybody. No matter who it was, we played who we played in front of us, and we got the W, and we succeeded, and we succeed every expectations, every doubt that was ever set for us. I just feel like we got 3 draft picks. I'm not saying we're going to use all 3, but let's at least use 2 of them, get young. I'm gonna make a little maybe a eyebrow suggestion now. I think Deuce McBride might get traded. I think Deuce McBride. I don't think Deuce McBride brung enough in this playoff to succeed an extension, because isn't he on his last deal of his contract?
Last year, yep.
Yeah, his last year. So I feel like that'll be what it is. Also, I see us maybe losing either Shamit, Clarkson, but I feel like Mo Diawara Jose, and maybe like I said, trading Deuce. Those would
What
be the
about
players
Mitch?
that's either.
Is Mitch coming back?
I want Mitch to come back, but also I'm gonna be
Okay.
honest. I want Mitch to get paid. He's been through
No, we
ups and
could pay.
downs with us.
So really quick on the way out, because I'm glad that we're
Okay,
talking about this, because a lot of
okay,
other people may also not be as aware of the Mitch situation. So this is the situation, Sean.
all right,
If you once you sign Mitch, you become a second apron team. So we got the money to do it. We got the bag. This is New York City.
right, right.
$260 million in penalties. A lot of money, but we can eat that. But that's the question. Do you do that for this team? Or do you make another move, whether it be Giannis or even another type of trade that will hard cap you so you wouldn't become a second apron team, but then you also lose out on Mitch? So the question is, do you want to really keep this thing the same mostly? Like you said, some of those people may come, they may go, but everybody else will stay. And you bring Mitch back, and now you're locked in with this roster until you decide to trade off salary. So
Oh,
that's the big Leon Rose decision. So we can pay
okay,
Mitch. It's different from Hartenstein. We didn't have enough to keep Hartenstein, but we do have enough to keep Mitch. But doing that will put us into the next tax bracket.
gotcha. So let me ask you this real quick. So if we
Mm-hmm.
let's just say hypothetically we do sign Mitch, we keep him. We sign Landry, we keep him.
Yeah,
Would we
you could do
be able
both.
to? Okay, we would be able to do both. Let's say, like I said, Deuce might get traded. Might get traded this
Right.
summer. Next year, before the trade deadline, will we be able to do another trade to see like if you know what I'm saying, if one of the pieces that we have right now not working, or maybe need to add something like we did this year with the Jose Alvarado trade? Will we be able to do that after we do these deals and be
Yeah,
in the
you
second
could.
April like that?
Yeah, when you're in a second April, you could do trades. You just can't aggregate. So you can't say, all right, let's trade Deuce and Clarkson to go get so and so. You can't do that.
Okay,
But
so it
you
have to be
could
one player for
trade
one player.
one or for anybody. It could be 1 for 5. It could be 1 for 4. It's just that you can't add multiple players up, but you could receive multiple players. Yes. So if you said, I want to trade Towns, this is hypothetical. I want to trade Towns to get 3 players. You could do that as a second April team. You just couldn't then say, all right, we're going to do Towns and Deuce for Giannis. So you
Right,
are
because
limited.
gotcha, because the contracts have to be split up between the players,
Not
right?
just the contracts. It's just that the apron status. Once you get the second apron status, is special limitations for second apron teams
Gotcha.
that other teams don't have. One is, yeah, I can take multiple players back, but I can't send multiple players out. So like to get Giannis, it would have been, let's say, this is just for example purposes, OG
Okay.
and Mitch. And OG and let's just keep it Mitch. OG and Mitch. I go get
Okay.
Giannis. I can't do that as a second apron team.
Oh, so it have to be one player, like just say
One
Cat,
player
and then
that you could send out. Right.
because if we get Giannis, we'll have to get his brother, and that's also another thing why I wouldn't make that deal.
Well, you
I
could
don't need.
sign the brother. You could sign the brother. Minimum
I
contract.
know, but I don't need him to take up a roster spot. We played 12 players in the finals this year. I'm not saying we're going to get down to the 13, 14, 15 player on the spot, but I'm just saying he's just going to be taking up a roster spot. We don't
Right.
need that. We need every man to step up during the season because it's an 82 game season that we play. Also, players, 5 players is going to take bumps and bruises, so we're going to have to depend on them in certain points of the season. You know what I mean? I'm just that type of player. I'm just that type of person. We need everybody, and we just don't need a person like him on our team. That's all. But hey, in all
All
due
right.
respect, bro, I put my trust in Leon, man. He's shot me more than enough, and we just gonna celebrate and we gonna see what happens. But appreciate you, Karan, man.
100%.
Appreciate the show. Hit the likes.
No
Hey,
doubt.
salute to the chat, and hey, enjoy it.
Let's go. Let's go Knicks.
Let's go. Appreciate you.
No doubt. It's my man Sean. Yeah, I get the concern. I'm not I'm not like heavy on the Giannis trade like I was before. But I am on the train. You got to get better. I don't think just bringing everybody back guarantees us a championship. Plus, you got a big bill. We're gonna do more content on that for sure.
Yo.
What's good, Blue? How you feeling, family?
Yo, what's up, champ?
Let's go. Hey, man. Everything is good, man. You going to the parade?
I'm trying to. My daughter has a graduation. We're gonna try to make it after. But couple things, man. From now on, New Yorkers gotta address each other as champ, man. No more what's up,
Champ.
B? What up, yo? Nah, man, it's what's up, champ. Like everywhere we go, it's what's up, champ. But
Right.
Mandani, he's trying to limit how many people can attend, through, whatever means limiting the amount of space. A lot of high school kids want to go. There's regents exams that day. There's graduations that day. My daughter actually graduates that day. So, there's a lot of reasons why he's trying to limit, the amount of people that are going to attend the parade. But, so thirdly, Jeff Van Gundy had a really good quote one time where he said, comparison is the thief of joy, right? So when we're talking about whether JB is the greatest Knick of all time, we have to really look at it in real time. And, like we got to put some respect on the players that came before him, like Willis Reed, who was a league MVP, two-time Finals MVP. Walt Frazier, who's a two-time Hall of Famer, whether it be through broadcasting and through being a player. Like those things really, 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 really matter. Not to take away from at all. JB is my favorite player. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
he absolutely proved his salt, his worth into, what he accomplished, 3 days ago. But then, we also now fast forward what does this team do now? So if we look at 1994 when the Rockets won the championship, they upgraded their roster by adding Clyde Drexler the very next year. They didn't,
Hello.
yeah, they didn't stay pat, in terms of trying to, improve their chances of repeating. Now
Bingo.
we look at what this team is capable of now. Now we look at Karl Anthony Towns, who's extension eligible. He's extension eligible for $270 million. That is not something that you want to do going forward with this guy who dropped 2 points in game 5. I mean, I like Towns a lot, but at the same
Right.
time, for $60 million, you fouling out and you only producing 2 points. That's a red flag right there in itself, man. I mean, people got to really take into account how to improve this team. You look at Alvarado, who has a player option. People saying they want McCullough, like, right? But do you put so many guards on this team again? Like you really got to think about what this team is trying to do. Look, you got Mitch, right? He's extension eligible. So this team,
No, he's a free
like,
agent.
he's a
No,
free agent, but he's a free
yeah.
agent, but he's a restricted free agent, right?
No, he's unrestricted.
Unrestricted, yeah, you're right. But then, like, so they can exceed the salary cap to sign him, right? But the thing is that you going into the second apron, you're exceeding the salary cap, right? So there's that. Then you say, okay, do you want to extend Landry, right? Then like it's so many variables here and question marks on how to improve the team. There is just you gotta really think about what you're gonna do moving forward with this team. We all want to repeat, we really do, but how do you repeat is the question. And I mean, let's, I don't know, man, but it's good to talk to you,
Leon
champ.
Rose job.
Right, yeah, right. Look, man, he's got a hell of a task ahead of him,
Hell of
man.
a task.
Hell of a task. This team is awesome. They've but JB dragged them across the finish line, man.
That's a fact.
You got hold on real quick. They saying Kyrie is gonna go to Detroit. you know, potentially they saying Giannis could potentially go to Boston. I mean, like these are real variables that we may have to contend with. Then, you know, OKC's bringing their squad back. Then you still got to deal with,
which is a
you know,
mistake, but that's a
yeah,
whole nother topic.
yeah. Then you still got to deal with the Spurs. So Knicks gotta improve. Like they have to,
Yep.
and I think they should. I think they should bring in Giannis, man. I mean, I get it, Giannis, and you know, you think about, you know, like he's a married man. He's not in the club. He's got what, 4 children. You know what I
Yep.
mean? He's a, you know, he's a stand-up dude, and like at this point, JB wants to share. Like he won the Cup MVP. He won Eastern Conference MVP. He won Finals MVP. There's nothing you can take away from him. Even if
That's a fact.
Giannis came here, he's still the man. He's still the king of New York. He just has to share the spotlight. Is he willing to do that? I don't know. But I
I think
digress.
so.
I think so
But
too.
maybe unless Towns is his boy and he doesn't want his boy to go. Now
Nah, he
that could
ain't.
create a whole nother ripple
They
effect. But I
cool,
don't know.
they cool, but they ain't cool like that, yo.
That,
Like,
right? That's true.
yo, we talking legacy here, man. You know,
Yeah, we talking legacy.
Kobe went for multiple championships. MJ went for multiple championships. Duncan, multiple We not just talking, all right, one and done here. It's fantastic 53 years, man. It's super, super, like, it's amazing, you know, but, you know, are we
100%.
really, is your heart content with one? Or are we gonna go for like
Nah, I want more.
supreme greatness where we can like literally say, yo, JB is the best, undoubtedly best Nick of all time. That's what we're battling here. That's what we gotta really think about and talk about. But
100%.
yeah, man.
I
Let's go
appreciate
Knicks,
that,
man.
Blue.
No doubt,
Let's
B.
go.
Let's go. Like
All right. Hold on really quickly. This brother's still there. It's another good call. Man, there's so much NBA news, bro. It's crazy. What's
Hello?
good? Hey, Red Hot Knicks in the building.
My man, champions.
Hey, we did it.
We did it. The city did it, team did it, ownership did it, front office. We got the title.
It's a fact.
And like the craziest thing for me, like obviously they won on Saturday, but to me, like it really hasn't like set in yet.
I know. I'm kind of there too.
Yeah, like obviously they won, but it like I don't really feel it. I'm probably on Thursday when I go to the parade. I feel like it will hit me then, but
Nice.
I just want to shout out. I just want to shout out this Knickerbocker team for erasing that 53-year drought. Like that was a long time, and
Long time.
I was telling my friends that I think that this title kind of reminded me of the '04 Red Sox title, where the trophy was much bigger than the sport. This Larry O'Brien is a love letter to New York City and the Knicks.
Right. For sure.
Nah, I'm just so happy. Also, did you see the Nike commercial?
Which one?
Where they like the Nike commercial they do, you know, after the finals is over. Like,
yeah, yep, I saw it.
I think that's probably some of the best media for the Knicks we've ever seen. Like, I literally replayed that commercial about maybe 50, 80 times since it dropped.
Damn.
Nah, man, that. And the thing is, they didn't even say any words in that commercial. It was just all the emotion, like him running through the city to get to the garden and to be with the people. And then also in the commercial, they have like a spirit. And that's another reason why I really hope they got this trophy, because there's a lot of people who are diehard Knicks fans that are not able to be here to see this.
Right.
And this is for them.
That part, yeah. That's a good
man.
point. Yeah, I had a friend who passed away that was a big Knicks fan, and unfortunately, you know, he won't be here to see it.
Nah, yeah, but this is for them. I think this trophy. This is for the 53-year drought, and this is for COVID, and this is for our city, and this is for them. Like, this trophy means a lot. Like, I'll tell you, before Game 5, I was on Twitter, and I think
10 seconds.
somebody had like that it was Red Holtzman's number, 613.
Yes, yeah, it was.
And once I saw that, I was like, I hope they win it, because they did, and I was like, that's so crazy. We was looking around and like, when are we finally going to get our championship? And it was hanging up in our face this whole time.
The whole time. 613.
613, man, the whole time. But shout out to the Knicks, shout out to the fans. We deserve this. I'll call you back in a few days or so, but I do think we have a good 100%. Chance to repeat. The core is still signed. Obviously, we're going to tweak. I think Shamit's going to go, but the core is still here. And that's the best part. We have a championship level team. We don't need trades anymore. We have the championship level team. We just got to keep it.
Okay, I hear you, man. Big time salute, family.
You too, man. Keep doing your thing, man. As always.
No doubt. Always, always. Have a good time at the parade too, as well. Big time. Hey, yo, it's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I was just emotional, a little emotional right now, because my friend, I'm thinking about, the crazy part about my friend was, at his funeral, we were talking about the Knicks. That's what kind of got me tripped out. You know, and this was actually last year's run. And, you know, I was telling everybody about my channel, you know, and it just was a shame that, you know, he's not going to be here to see it. It's crazy, yo. It's crazy how the world works, man. Jesse, listen, the OKF ladies, dog, they'll fry you. They'll put you in the grill. Her last statement, fire. The CBA makes it hard to repeat. So, you know, my brother who just called up, he's saying that we're a championship team. Dog, no championship team repeated. None of them. And you can't say, well, none of them kept it together. They did. Boston kept it together. They lost. OKC kept it together. They lost. I don't know about keeping it together. I think you gotta make some sort of improvement. AP says, I don't want New York to be the Rangers one and done. I want something like what Derek Jeter had, 3 or 4 in the 13-year span. Remember, to use those Yankee teams, we lost a lot of people along the way. We didn't keep the same team on that 4-year, 13-year, 4 chips, 13-year run. We came off people. We made additions. You know, it was a lot that went into it. And I think that is a mistake to stay the same completely. Now, I'm not saying you got to do the Giannis trade. I'm not saying that. But I am saying that you have to make steps to improve. Listen, y'all, this was a great show. A lot of stuff I didn't get a chance to talk about. We'll be back tonight. I'm going to do a level-headed Knicks talk. So if you didn't get a chance to call up today, you can tonight. I do appreciate all of you guys. And until next time, as always, let's go Knicks and 2026 champions.